Hello and welcome to this continuing coverage of the Lok Sabha Phase 3 elections. Now today, besides Goa, we are another 10 states are going for elections. Goa is going full elections also, and this second part is where things we'll discuss what's been happening for these in this past few hours since the voting has started, and to introduce the panel for this discussion. Starting off with Viraj Bab Naik, a cephalogist. Welcome. Giriraj Pai Vernekar from the BJP. Giriraj Bab, welcome. Advocate Siddharth Samant, political analyst, welcome. And Advocate Klafas Almeida Coutinho, political analyst, welcome. Viraj Bab, tell us what's happened since we went off air just before lunch.
Yeah, so let's start with the voting percentages. So as of 3 p.m. as per the latest figures that are coming in, the voting percentage all over India is 50.71. In Goa it is 61.39. In other notable states, Maharashtra is the least with 42.63% and West Bengal is the highest with 63%. Coming to North Goa, the voting percentage is 61.28%, and as with the trend, South Goa is slightly ahead of North Goa with 61.50%. We'll come to the constituency wise highest and lowest in some time.
One thing, Viraj, also West Bengal and Assam have been almost 63%, which is almost in line with Goa, and Maharashtra has been 42.63%. So overall, as of 3 o'clock, it is 50%. Viraj Bab, what do you feel? Where will it reach? Where will we reach by the end of this whole thing?
Yeah, I think voting should cross at least about 70-75%.
All India or Goa?
In Goa.
Okay.
See, particularly the first two phases, if you see, there was a lot of talk about low voting turnout, and then it turned out that the voter turnout was almost 68%. I think in Goa we have always, and I have a firm belief, कि if you go by the records, whenever there is a large percentage of voting, it benefits the BJP. दूसरे, after the first two phases of elections, I think we made it a conscious effort that Panna Pramukhs are going to play a very important role. So mobilizing people, ensuring that they vote, and irrespective of the party, I think higher the voting, the better it is for our democracy. And in nationally also, if you see the trend, I think today, out of the 100 odd seats that are there, BJP had won 90 plus last time.
Yeah.
So that's a very healthy trend. So these are traditionally strongholds. And in Bengal, again, see what has happened with the opposition today is, they are saying the larger the voter turnout, it is better for the opposition. If we go by that yardstick, then in Bengal, we are crossing all seats. So I think we need to be a little, based on all the historical data and everything, I think Goa will cross 70 to 75%, and it is going to be largely in favor of the BJP.
Thank you, Viraj Bab. Dr. What you feel?
Just to interject, so we have constituency wise highest and lowest. So Sankli is the highest in north with 72%. Whereas in the south it is Sangay with 68.96%, and coming to the lowest in the north it is Panjim at 53%, and in the south it is Vasco da Gama at 56.59%.
Yes.
One thing I would just like to point out before, Dr. Now, at voter turnout at 1 p.m. in North Goa was 48.8, in Goa, I'm talking about Goa, and South Goa was 49.2, and all over the country was 39.92. But at 3 p.m. it's like 61.2, 61.5 and 50%. So almost, I don't know, 10% in between 1 to 3, which is normally we thought would be a slack time. Yeah.
But again, one just quick point. Since he mentioned, एक म्हणजे ताणे म्हणले की लोवेस्ट वोटिंग इज इन पणजी, इज इन नॉर्थ इट इज पणजी, इन साउथ इट इज वास्को.
Correct.
There is a common factor at both places.
Urban.
There is no Congress leader. in Vasco also there is no Congress leader. In Panji also there is no Congress leader. So whatever mobilization has happened, there is no mobilization for the opposition. म्हाका इतलोच तो एक क्विक सिमिलॅरिटी देऊन पॉइंट करूंक जाय.
Congress,
Okay.
in fact,
Okay.
Congress
Yeah,
leader
that's it.
itself has become a misnomer in Goa. एक पार्टी कॅन्डिडेट सोडले जाल्यार तांचे लीडर आतां उरोना. बट एनिवे दॅट्स बिसायड द पॉयंट. इनिशियली सी इफ यू रिमेंबर बिटवीन 7 to 9 it didn't look as if it would go so high. But the manner in which the party cadres are galvanized people and made them come out and vote, I think it is going to go to around 70% and cross. Initially we were expecting it may not cross 65-68. So it will be at least 5% more than that. Now advantage BJP, advantage Congress. See that earlier in 80s and 90s, what we would say that a vote, a large number of vote is a vote against the incumbent government. That has strictly not remained. That has strictly not remained. In fact, of late, if you have seen, the trend is if there is more number of voting. On the contrary, it has helped BJP wherever they are. If the voting, what it shows that cadre of a particular party, that is BJP, is doing its job well. More number of vote, that means cadre has really galvanized its supporters, its voters to come out and vote, and that's the reason voting has gone up. Earlier probably all parties would do it at the same level, so when people would come out in large number, it was always, because if you remember the good old days, it was always if the voting has crossed 60-70%, the incumbent government would get scared. Those were their troubled days. From the date of voting till the date of election, they would always wonder whether we are going to get kicked out. But that has not remained the state now. More number of votes in wherever BJP is in power, they have always given them a better majority. Now you see more number of votes as far as Bengal. In morning what we were talking about.
Yeah.
All poll alliances, all surveys are telling you that BJP is marching ahead. It is the TMC. In last time it was 18-19 for BJP and 22 for TMC. Today BJP is likely to cross 25 there, at least on lower side. Their expectation is much more, but on lower side it will be, they are saying 25. So therefore there also there is a large number of turnout. So it is not, so this has, that more number of votes had not remained any connection with whether it is pro incumbency or against incumbency. That has not remained. It is only the ground realities that has remained. If the government is delivering, if your Karyakarta is working, if your Panna Pramukh is working, there is large number of voting, large number of voters are coming in, and it is working and it is helping in favor of a person or party which is doing that.
We'll discuss that a little later, because I want to go into that a little, this thing, because this is a little very confusing, up, down, up, down. Doctor, what do you feel? You come from South specific, I mean, like you come, what do you feel in the South? Then you can move to the North.
Feel means, see the voting percentage in the last two phases has been about 5 percentage points down. And Election Commission also have revised their figures twice. So I don't know whether these figures what they are giving is correct, but the way I looked at it was in the morning, early morning, it was quite heavy at various booths, but by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, the voting came down. Correct. Possibly because that was because of the heat. And our Chief Election Commissioner, Chief Election Rawat, has clearly said that heat was one of the factors. And we will find this time now, the Election Commission has taken steps by keeping refreshments. There is a lemon juice there is soda, there is water. Those arrangements have been made. The two phases which have been down have also made political leaders slightly shrill in their talk. So I don't know whether that has enthused the cadres. But let us see. But I don't know the theory that is put that a high percentage always helps the BJP because I belong to the old school which believed that high percentage is always against the incumbent. Of course, they are now talking of a pro-incumbency vote. But then I think we will have to wait for the results finally to say how these voting percentages work. Like there was one theory given by Sujit Balla on voting percentages. Exactly opposite theory given by Yogendra Yadav on these percentages. So I think finally we will have to wait for these things.
What about South and North in Goa specifically?
See, I find that between South and North, North normally according to me is more in percentage points. About 3 or 4 percentage points they were more. But in the morning around 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock when they were giving the percentage points, they were showing South as about 3 points more than the North. I don't know now what is the...
No, you're right. But
Now it's
morning you are right.
0.25.
Yes. Now South is more than North.
No, North is
No,
not.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
South is more.
South is more. Now this has been
Slightly.
because consistently 2014, 2019 was not at every 2 hourly the BJP was more. I mean, sorry, the voting percentage was more in the North, and South it has been less, about 2-3 points. But today, this time slightly a change has happened. I do not know how that will work out, but I don't attach much to that.
No,
Okay.
what you feel? What?
Like see, like the voting percentage very high in Sakri, must be the chief minister's being from there has really worked. Then they said that in the morning also it was said that voting percentage in the north was high in Porvorim. That is what was said. So possibly Rohan County's work efforts there may have worked. So we'll have to wait for the results. Finally, as far as these issues are concerned.
But in South, people are coming out to vote.
Yes, there has been good polling in the south, and south we will have to see. South is a strange election where one side there is a strong organization, and the other side is the campaign without much of organization. It is like a campaign run by the people and the activists. And it is to a large extent working. At least I thought in the beginning, I thought it was a walkover election, but I am finding that it is quite a tough call to take at this stage.
In South?
Yes.
Not so much.
I don't believe so. Anyway, let us wait for the...
So I will give you some figures. In the meantime, we have visuals of South Goa candidate, BJP candidate Pallavi Dempe casting her vote along with her family on your screens.
That is where...
This has to be in Altino.
Okay, so going with some figures, let's look at 2014 and 2019. So 2014, the voting percentage in North Goa was 78.95, whereas in 2019 it went down to 77.05. That is a change of 1.9%, a decrease of 1.9%. Even though the number of votes cast went up because overall the number goes high, but in percentage terms it was a drop of 1.9%. Even in South Goa in 2014 the percentage was 75.27 and in 2019 it went to 73.31. So again a drop of 1.96%.
So North Goa was more than South Goa?
See, there is
North Goa was, just let me complete. So North Goa was more than South Goa by say around 3 to 4%. So both places from 2014 to 2019 voting went down by 1.9%, and this has benefited the Congress. So in contrary to the common perception that higher vote percentage is against the government, this is showing a opposite trend in Goa.
No, I just wanted to add one more thing. See, this voting percentage, particularly in down south, when you say it is, say it was 75%, Viraj said, no, last time?
South it was 75 in 2014.
Yeah, now if it is
73.
75, it must be at least 80. Now simply because there are, at least in each constituency, there are about 1,000 to 2,000 votes out of Goa. They are either working on the sheep, they are in Gulf, they are in other countries, they are not there to vote, but they are on the roll. They are there on the roll, but they are not there. So otherwise, actually the voting percentage must be high in terms of people who are there.
What I'm saying is one thing now, this percentage is going down, no doubt, but also I don't know how this can work. But Giriraj, see, the margins have reduced, so that means the BJP voters are not coming out. 14 it was
margins
high, 19 it came down a little bit. Percentage also came down. Yeah.
See,
I don't know. It's just intellectual discussion.
It is.
I fully agree with the question you asked. But now the thing is, if you see after the first two phases of elections, even all the reviews meetings that happened within the BJP, I think the biggest stress has been given on voter mobilization, because with the heat, there are elderly people, sometimes they don't have vehicle, and that is why they feel. So all those things have been factored in, and that is where I said, why I give you example of Vasco and Panji. There are no leaders who can mobilize for the Congress, and that is where you see there is a lower voting. But at the same time, like strongholds, traditional strongholds, like Sakri, for example. Sakri, there is a large voting because there is a chief minister, and the other part is, even in Pariyad, I think there has been good voting. At least till last 1 p.m. there was large voting. In Mandre again, if you see, there was large number of voting. So I think wherever there are multiple leaders from the ruling side, you see there are large this. Secondly, coming to Sanghe, if you see Subhash Fardesai, our minister, he has been repeatedly saying that Sanghe, Kepe and even Kukadi, there will be overwhelming support in terms of voter mobilization. So I think the larger the number, I fully agree with Cleopat Bab ki earlier there was a perception that generally it is a anti-incumbency, but if you ask me, I think this is a pro-incumbency kind of a vote, and this is a vote for Prime Minister Modi. This is a vote for a double engine government, and that is why I believe ki the more the voting percentage, the better it is for the BJP and the ruling government.
Clavas Bab, you agree with this?
Actually it was an old theory that you vote out the incumbent, and once there is a high percentage, it is normally against the ruling party. But this new theory which Giriraj Bab seems to be telling us, I don't think fits into a election strategy. But maybe in the long term, after some years, whether this is right or wrong, we cannot say it to be correct. But maybe Giriraj Bab is right, because when he says the primary vote was for Prime Minister, and in the first two phases, the low percentage made the Prime Minister very shrill. Maybe it is the way they looked at it. Maybe that is the way they looked at it.
To get the people out.
Yes, no, to enthuse the cadres, to see that the cadres are charged.
Okay.
So you become very shrill in your talk.
Okay. Now we'll welcome Vijay Bab BK from the Congress. Vijay Bab, you have been in North Goa. I think what is your thing as far as Goa is concerned? लोक येता भायर
गोंयान चडशे लोक भायर सरल्यात
ओके
वोट मारपाक आनी गोंयान जे आमी पळयता की आयज चेंज करपाक जाय आनी ज्या तरेन म्हाका दिसता BJPन आपली सगळी यंत्रणा लायल्या अशें दिसता की चेंज जातली आनी गोंयान एक नवो उजवाड दिसतलो गोंयान कारण आमी पळयता की आयज BJPन म्हटलां की मोदीक लागून वोट मारा पण आयज आमी पळयता की गोंयान जे इशू आहा ते नॅशनल इशूज जे सोडलेले ना कोल धरा तुमी डबल ट्रॅकिंग धरा एअरपोर्टाचे धरा डेव्हलपमेंट जर इतलें केलां जाल्यार आयज BJP ज्या तरेन सगळ्या हेचेर म्हणजे येता तेका कोणाकूय हार घालीत सुटल्या या वॉशिंग मशीन हार घालीत सुटल्या जर यंत्रणा इतली आहा जर इतले जर डेव्हलपमेंट केला इतले जर हे केला जाल्यार इतलो हे जायनासलो म्हाका दिसता इतली BJPची जी यंत्रणा आहा इतली एक्टिवेट करपाक
सो तुम्ही कितें म्हणटा that the people who have come out that they have come out in opposition to the government. त्याच डिस्कशन चाललं opposition to the government or बीजेपीचे बीजेपीचे
opposition.
कार्यकर्त्याक लागून तुम्ही म्हणता ऑपोजिशन.
आयज ओपोजिशन म्हणजे कितें लोक जे थोडे खंयच्या पार्टीचे आतां मेंबर्स ना जावं पार्टीचे हितून ना पण जे लोक भायर सरल्यात ते गोंय वाचोवपाक भायर सरलेले आसा. एक्टिविस्ट
in North Goa
तुमी
इन नॉर्थ गोवा
चडान म्हाका दिसता सावथ गोवान चड आसा पण नॉर्थ गोवान एक माहोल हे जाला की जी आमी बहुजन समाज म्हणटा पळय ते खंय तरी दुखावल्ले आहात आनी तुमी आयज काल पयलें आसतलें की खूब जाणांनी टिकाय केल्ली आसात जे एक्स MP आसात पळय तेंचेर. सो ही जो हे जे आनी कांय जेनी पार्लमेंटान कांय इश्यूज व्हडले घेतलेले ना डेव्हलपमेंटाचेच उलयला पण इश्यू जे आसा फॉर एग्जाम्पल आमचे म्हादय धरा बाकीचे जे इश्यू आहा लोकल इश्यूज आहा ते पार्लमेंटान रेज केल्ले ना.
ओके एनीवे दॅट्स
क्विक म्हाका फक्त एक इंडिया विजय बाबान जेन्ना वॉशिंग मशीन म्हणलें पळय बीजेपीचे म्हाका दिसता एटलिस्ट ते एक्सेप्ट करता की घाण तांचे कडेन आसा ती आमी साफ करता म्हणून. दुसरें ते म्हणटा की मोदीच्या नांवार कित्याक मतां मागता. हांव तांकां विचारूंक सोदता तुमकां राहुल गांधीच्या नांवान मतां मागपाक कोणें हाडयलां? खरगेच्या नांवान मागा. तुमचे कडेन लिडर ना म्हणून आज संजय राऊत सांगता की आमकां मोदी नाका वर्साक सुद्दां 3-4 प्रायम मिनिस्टर दिवचे पडलेले आमी दिता. तर ही म्हाका दिसता ज्या पक्षाची आनी ज्या एलायन्साची हालत आसा तांणी आमी मोदी कित्याक वापरता तो विचारचें न्हय. आनी तिसरें ताणें बहुजन समाजाचेर सांगलो विशय. काल श्रीपाद भाऊ जे आमचे एक टॉल भंडारी लिडर आसा बहुजन समाजांतल्यान येता तांणी एक गजाल सांगली की आज बहुजन समाजाचें रिप्रेझेंटेशन करपी एकूच जर लिडर दिला जाल्यार तो श्रीपाद भाऊ आसा. जर महिलेचें रिप्रेझेंटेशन दिवपी जर आसा जाल्यार ती श्रीमती पल्लवी धेंपो आसा जिका बीजेपीन तिकेट दिल्या. काँग्रेसीक एक बहुजन समाजाचो कॅन्डिडेट कित्याक मेळना आनी एक महिला कित्याक मेळना हाचें ताणें उत्तर दिवचें. प्रत्येक वेळा कशें आसा तांणी पयर प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स घेतली 8-10 जाणांनी. त्या 8-10 जाणां पैकी कित्याक कॅन्डिडेट तांकां मेळना हो म्हाका दिसता प्रश्न काँग्रेसीन आन्सर करपाक जाय. आनी कितें आसा तांकां हे हाज्या भोंवतणी राजकारण करपाक आवडटा पण म्हाका दिसता ताजें पयर श्रीपाद भाऊनूच बरें उत्तर दिलां की न्याय यात्रा जाली. आतां हे जे समाजाचे लिडर काँग्रेसीन आसा त्यांनी आपल्याचेर जाल्ल्या अन्याया खातीर यात्रा काडपाक जाय म्हणून तो मागीर गिरीश चोडणकार आसूं किंवा सुनील गवठणकार आसूं.
ओके एनीवे आम्ही प्रचार करता मरे सद्याक वी आर लुकिंग वी आर डिस्कसिंग दिस. एनीवे माय पॉइंट
इट इज लायक क्रिकेट यू हॅव टू फाईट टिल द लास्ट बॉल इज बोल्ड.
Yeah, so how can
I think on that Vijay Babu will agree with me.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, he has to agree on this point. No, wait, वाच.
गोंयान आता गिरिजान म्हटलें की मोदीचे हे न्हू तुमकां गोंयच्या सद्याचे इलेक्शन आहा पळय गोंयान जाताले स्पेशली ते गोंयकारां खातीर आसताले इलेक्शन. त्याच्या खातीर गोंयचे मुद्दे आसा पळय तेचेर बीजेपीन जावं एक्स MPनी जे भाऊसाहेब आमचो भाऊ आसा तेणी मुद्दे उठयल्ले ना. हांव म्हणटा की तुमी मागतात मोदीचेर तुमी तुमच्या डेव्हलपमेंटाचेर कित्याक मागना मत.
ओके फेर इनफ आय एग्री दॅट वॉज द प्रचार 5 o'clock इट गॉट ओवर.
आमी मताच्या आमच्याच हाजेर गेला न्ही रे.
या बट
if you see we have gone on 10 years of governance.
Correct.
See that is what I'm trying to tell you. शेवटाक कशें आसा धर्माचे आनी बाकीचे जे राजकारण आसा ते काँग्रेसीन केला. आज जेन्ना सावथाक बसून राधाराव ग्रासियास तांच्या स्टेजीर बसून जेन्ना सांगता की डोंट यूज कॅथलिक्स टू इलेक्ट अ नॉन कॅथलिक आणि दिस इज ऑन रेकॉर्ड जाय जाल्यार तुमकां व्हिडिओ क्लिप नेक्स्ट हातून प्ले करता तेन्ना म्हाका दिसता हे धर्माचें राजकारण कोणें केलें तें काँग्रेसीन पळोवचें. आनी तो ताच्या आतां पर्यंत कशें आशिल्लो तो एक इंडिपेंडंट म्हणून आशिल्लो. एटलिस्ट द गूड थिंग अबाउट दीस इलेक्शन इज पीपल लायक राधाराव हॅव बीन एटलिस्ट एक्सपोज्ड की दे नो विच सायड दे आर ऑन. आनी धर्माचें राजकारण तांणी केलां आमी करूं ना. पोलरायझेशनाचे जर आरोप आमचेर जाता जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता ते कोणे पळय ते सगळे तूं म्हणलें तशें प्रचार 5 जाण सोंपलो पण ताजेर डिटेल जाल्यार एक डॉक्युमेंटरी काडूया.
नो डॉक्युमेंटरी सोड प्रचार लेट अस फिनिश द काउंटिंग मागीर हे करूया. रायट नाव वी आर लायक यू टोटली डायवर्टेड नाव वॉट आय वॉन्टेड टू स्पीक आस्क बिकॉज दॅट ऑल्सो आय फॉरगॉटन. सो एनीवे लीव इट. वॉट आय वॉन्ट टू आस्क यू वन थिंग इज दॅट सी नाव बिगे बाब पळय Now North Goa, I think in 14 was almost 70-80,000. Viraj, you'll have to just correct me. 70-80,000 lead actually, right? And in 2019 it reduced to 39 around 39,000.
No, 80,000.
No, lead has increased.
लीड वन
SD.
इन 2014 लीड आशिल्ली 1,05,000
5,000.
ती
80.
2019 79,000
Okay, 80,000,
correct.
आणि कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी वायज जर तुम्ही पळयशात जाल्यार लीड आशिल्ली ती बीजेपीची एव्हरी कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन कमी जाल्या एक्सेप्ट 3. आता ह्यो 3 खंयच्यो
साकडी
ह्यो 3 आसा पोरये वाळपय बिकॉज विश्वजीत राणे शिफ्टेड फ्रॉम काँग्रेस टू बीजेपी आणि बिचोलेन एक वाडल्या तांची बाकीच्या सगळे कडेन कमी जाली आणि हाका लागून तांची लीड 1,05,000 वेल्यान 79,000 पावली.
with a reduction in the voting percentage.
येस करेक्ट.
This was my point I was trying to make.
1.9%.
3% something.
1.9.
1.9% it has
1.9 both
reduced.
North and south.
Correct. Now, so this time, what Giriraj says that the cadres have been asked to bring the voters out. If the percentage is high, it would possibly benefit the BJP.
That is what
That is what I am saying. It would possibly benefit the BJP, which is directly opposite to the old school of the.
No. What I am finally saying, I don't think there is a very high
nexus.
change in percentage this time. Looks like it will almost remain the same as last time.
How much was last time? 75 and 73, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
73 and
75 and 73. So I don't think it is going to change.
North Goa
much.
it was 78 and then it went down to 77 and South was 75, it went down to 73.
So according to me, it will
73
remain
and
at that only.
77, no?
Doesn't look like it will go because see there
I
are
don't
no,
think it will cross.
no
It will
there are no
65,
very
I don't
overarching issues in this election. One, number two, there is also not. This is also not a wave election. So in that sense,
2019 was a wave election.
yes. So in that sense,
2019
the expected percent.
2019 also the argument was same ki BJP जिखतली खंयच्यान. You have already maxed out. See, this is the same argument we were doing last time. Gujarat तुमका full पडले, MP तुमका full पडले, तुम्ही जिखतले except for चिनवारा म्हाका दिसता तुम्ही जिखतले खंयच्यान. तर म्हाका दिसता 2019 the situation was either the same or if you ask me, I think the cadre is far more enthused compared to 2019.
I disagree.
And let us. We can agree to
I think we
disagree.
will have to wait. We'll have to wait up to 4th June.
100%.
Because as a spokesperson, Giriraj is entitled to for that view.
नाही पण आता कशा आसा even if we say की 2019 since now we are talking about leads, I'll come to this issue itself. आता तुम्ही पळयात ते जेन्ना आमी आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल सावथान वता, सावथान आमी जेन्ना लीड म्हणटाले in 2019 Ravi Naik was not with BJP.
No.
So at least there will be a difference. Shiroda Subhash Bhau आमच्या बरोबर नाशिल्लो. So see, what I'm trying to say is कि this time whether it's a wave election, you can look at it either ways. म्हणजे in 2019 the same people argued कि there is no wave. पण आज तुम्ही मुद्दाम पळयात everywhere the situation on ground is different. आज सावड्ड्या तुम्ही पळया, सावड्ड्या गणेश भाऊ गांवकार आसा. आज दीपक पाऊसकर आमच्या बरोबर आसा who got more than 6,000 votes.
Giriraj, the issue is not that. The issue is the voting percentage may remain the same.
Yeah,
May
that's
remain the
That's okay.
same.
So
May
what I'm
remain
trying
the
to say
same.
is within that same percentage, then we have to see how the lead may look like. See, ultimately,
Okay.
even if
That's
the
an
voting
argument.
percentage
Correct. No,
That's an
correct. See,
argument. That's an argument.
finally, in this election also, he is right.
Yeah, that's an
Like
argument.
finally, it would be how much Reginald or Alish has managed to halt the other side. To what extent Alton managed to halt. These are the final things that we'll have to work out. And it is within the same percentages. The whole working is within the same percentage. Almost the same number figures according to me.
Vijay Bab, you have anything specifically in North because तुम्ही आता लास्ट टाइम एक्टिविस्टाचे ते वोटिंगाचेर ओ रिजल्टाचेर कितें फरक येवपाचो और फ्रॉम 79 इट विल गो टू 60 or 50 बट भाऊ विल विन
वोटिंग मातशी वाडटली मागीर.
ओय बट
79
विनिंग 79 टू ब्रिंग इट टू 35-40,000 a side will it be possible for the Congress? Because I don't think Congress has a infrastructure. Sorry, I mean like I may be wrong, but Asa for it to
No,
be
you
able
are
to
not
bring
wrong.
shift
You are
so
not
much?
wrong. You can say that. You
but
can
still-
say that, but still they are in a fight. You
Yeah,
can say that.
that's
You
what
can-
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
But despite not having infrastructure in North, forget North, even South, still the election is pretty close, at least in South. Last time they won. And even in North, this time it's probably the lead will reduce. I don't know, according to the Congress, I'm not bringing the BJP into this. According to you, what will happen?
No, lead 2019
78, 79,000 lead असेल.
78-80 दर जाल्यार 40चे डिफरन्स तितून म्हाका दिसता आपान कितें तरी 10,000 वोट घेतलेले आप आनी बाकीचे हितून एक 15,000 वोट्स ओके ते आयज आमच्या वांगडा आसा आपाचे आसा थोडे लोक जे आमच्या वाटेन आसा सो डिफरन्स पळोवंक गेल्यार आमी एक 30,000ची डिफरन्स दवरपाक जाय म्हाज्या हिसपान डिफरन्स फायटींग जी आमी 80,000 डिफरन्स 30,000चे डिफरन्स आतां ज्या तरेन वेव आसा हे हांव म्हणिना कितें नॉर्थ गोवा आमी व्हडल्या मार्जिनान जिखतले कशें कळ्ळें फ्रँकली स्पिकींग व्हडल्या मार्जिनान ना बट देर इज अ नेक टू नेक फायट बिकॉज ऑफ एंटी
No. Actually, for Congress to win in the north, you require a wave.
Yes.
You require a
Big
wave.
wave. Tsunami. Okay.
ना वेव मातशी येयल्या
okay. Say that.
वेव येयल्या ती मातशी थोडी आमी कॅप्चर करपाक पावंक ना
Yeah, but now the wave is come for Congress or RG? Who's the wave?
No, RG
If
can.
Manoj Parab, see, forget if Congress gets X amount of votes and RG gets Y amount of votes and they come close to BJP, it still does not mean that it's a fight. It means that RG has managed to take 25-30. Though we were discussing 25-30, possibly we could have gone to the Congress, but it's gone to RG. So that is your 30,000. Could that be the
ते
difference?
आमकां मातशें ट्रेड आहा कित्याक हांव जर 30,000 म्हणटा पळय
That
डिफरन्स
20,
Then
25
Margin and
Manoj
yeah.
Parab get, especially in Sakadi and not Sakadi, sorry, especially in Satari and Valpoi. Last time he did all the opposition to Vishwajit
This
Rane.
time, I think RG has slightly fine-tuned their strategy, at least in south.
No, South I'm not talking. South is a different-
From their Goa brand, they are shifting to ST brand.
No,
Yes.
South.
No, I'm
South
just
is a
telling you.
different discussion with RG.
Their strategy is like ST.
No, South is a different discussion. See, for BJP to win, no, BJP today, it's in a pole position in North. Why? Mainly because of 3 constituencies. 3. Valpoi, Satari and Sangli. I'm not saying it's not going to do well in Bicholi, Mayan. But 3, the North Goa candidate gets a lead here, he's through. You cannot catch up with
You
him.
mean to say they have a sunset there?
They have not sunset, it's more than a sunset. This I'm sure Giriraj will agree with me. It's more than a sunset because Sakli is also there. And Sakli is, this time is,
Chief Ministers.
it's going to be a big chunk coming from there. Not only, in fact, I think it's the highest percentage, even more than Satari. But my point is not that. My point is, in Satari and Valpoi, is RG going to be the competition or is the Congress?
I would like to come here, then I'll tell you.
Okay, let
See,
Dr. answer then.
you add RG vote.
No, 25,000 I'm talking about RG,
I fully
which
agree.
didn't have last time.
I'll answer that.
Last time we didn't get, RG was not there last time.
I understand. I'll assume and
It
I'll
was-
answer that. Don't worry. See, you add whatever votes RG polls to Congress.
Yes.
Still, they will not be able
Yeah,
to
but it will be
outdo.
close. I'm not
Still,
saying
they will not be able to outdo. And
Close.
if that is so, that means RG has not been a deciding factor for 2024
No,
election.
you think it will be
But
close.
yes.
My question was close. I never
See,
said it
RG will
surplus.
poll some votes. There is no doubt. RG has got presence. It's not that. See, they have a candidate here. They have a winning candidate here. In
Where?
one MLA.
South
candidate.
Andhra, okay.
So therefore, to say that RG do not have votes at all may not be.
No, I'm
but see,
talking about Satari.
but see, even in Sattari, they will have some. See, it's not in each constituency. They will have few hundred votes at least. If not, they may not have margin. I mean, poll points in any of the constituency. They may not cross the highest, or they may not outdo BJP in any of the constituency. That's a different matter. But RG has got significant or minor presence at least. So they are going to poll some votes. But that's not the point. See, they are a political party. They are entitled to have that. This people who are saying political pundits who appear and say that no, they are spoiling the chances.
not-
I don't
no,
agree.
Nobody has said
we've
they are
not said
spoilers.
that. We've not
See,
said
finally,
election speech.
but
It's a-
finally,
it's an
finally-
election
speech.
but finally in an election speech, one party will have to tell them to be spoilers.
Correct.
It is just election strategy.
Correct. So that
and
is-
finally
so-
for a election for a
Perfect.
party, for them to survive, they have to fight elections.
Correct.
They have to do good.
Correct. So that's exactly my
No,
point.
my point was not every. My point was only Sattari and Valpoi. There, according to me, I don't know. You all can differ. According to me, there RG is going to make a dent because there Congress is not there so much, and people have realized that Congress is not there, so they might vote for RG. This is my point, which I was asking both of you.
Correct. The
You all
space-
agree? I'm talking about only these two constituencies.
Correct.
Sakari
No,
and
Sattari and Valpoi.
Valpoi.
Because last time also Manoj Parab got
No, Manoj
For
Parab
5,000.
got, yeah, correct. He got about 5,000.
4,000-5,000 for assembly and against a powerhouse like Vishwajit. This is what my question to both of you all.
Correct. So he has a presence. Nobody says that. See, nobody says RG does not have a presence in
In these
Sattari
two
and-
concepts,
Yes,
strong presence or based at time pass?
you can't call anything time pass, but they have, see, it is quite possible that RG might be second instead of third.
Where? In North Goa?
In Valpoi, no,
In
in
Valpoi.
Valpoi and this. But ultimately, to say even my reading is, even if you add RG votes to Congress, they will still not be able to outdo BJP, and therefore it is marginal.
That
See,
we'll see.
a particular
Yeah, that will see on fourth.
It,
Yeah,
see,
that's all.
it is marginal maybe in that area.
Yeah.
But if the fight is close,
Exactly.
as BK Bob is putting it, then it
Then it
matters. Otherwise, if the margin is big, then it may not matter.
In the assembly elections, I'll just give you some figures. So Poirier, the
Shripad
RGP
Bab voting. I think mornings visuals these are.
Yeah, this is morning. Maybe. Yeah, morning.
Morning. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so in Poirier, last time around, the Revolutionary Goans Party candidate got 3,489 votes. Poirier. And in Valpoi, Manoj Parab had contested, so he got 6,319 votes. So that is 23.64% in Valpoi, and Poirier, the percentage was 12%.
And Sakari, how much did he get in
Sakli not
Sakari?
much. I think.
Sakli not much. Sakli very little, in fact, 740.
Yeah,
So that
I was
is
talking about these two.
2.89.
Big up now. Will this RGचे resurgence or RGचे effect जातले for Congress? Because see, whether they come win or not win, but to come close, ये RGचे vote Congressaक येवंक जाय आशिल्ले. So is this going to be a big factor which Congress had not taken into consideration last time? This time they will have taken.
समाज तुम्ही तशें म्हणटा 6,000 7,000 वाळपयच्यान वोट पडटले जाल्यार आमकां पडटले 3,000 पोंगले. कारण आमी जेन्ना वाळपयचे आमचे एवरेज वोट विश्वजीत ना तेन्नाच्यान एक 6,000 7,000 वोट आमकां पडटात. कोणी राव मागीर जितले प्रेझेन्स ना इवन 2014च्या उपरांत म्हणजे 2017 उपरांत विश्वजीत ना तेच्या पयलीं सगळ्या हितून आमी लीड आसा पळय ते पळोवंक गेल्यार आतां की म्हाका दिसना की 6,000 ते वोट आरजीक वयतले म्हणून. आमचो थंयसर आंकडो वाडटलो आतां वाळपय. आनी जे आमी पोरया म्हणटा पळय पोरया सी आरजीचो वेव एसेंब्लीक आसलो. आतां तेंचे जे कितें आसा तेंचे तेजे प्रत्येकानी हे काडलेले आसा. आनी म्हाका तरी दिसना की लोक पळयतना म्हणजे आरजी आसल्या रिजनल पार्टीक पळोवचे ना. जस्ट येयल्यार एक 3,000 4,000 एक थोडे तेंचे कॅन्डिडेट आसले ज्या तरेन कॅन्डिडेटाक म्हूण वोट पडटा न्हू पोरये पळोवंक गेल्यार कळ्ळें. खुबशे एका जाग्यार पळोवंक गेल्यार आतां हांगा पळयल्यार आमचो सांदंद्रे आमचो वीक कॅन्डिडेट आसलो सांदंद्रे सगळे वोट्स हे शेवटी कॅन्डिडेटाक वोट पडटा. आनी ते पळोवंक गेल्यार थोडे एमजीचे बी वोट्स आसा पळय ते म्हाका दिसता आमकां येवपा चान्सीस चड आसा जे आदले वोट आहा ते.
Viraj, you agree? I want to bring Giriraj in on that, but you agree on this?
See, if you look at the data, even last time, Congress got in Valpoi, Congress got 2,100 votes, whereas RG got 6,300. And in Poirier, Congress got very less, 1,400, and RG got 3,500. So that opposition space, RG was able to capitalize on that opposition space and garner those votes last time around. But in this election, since it's Lok Sabha, Whether people will vote for a regional party or they'll decide to go with the Indian National Congress is something that is difficult to predict. But having said that, we have the same candidate, Manoj Parab, who stood in Valpoe. Let's not talk about Porya, and he's contesting the Lok Sabha election. Last time he got 6,300 votes in assembly elections. So he should be able to retain at least 50-60% of those votes, is what I feel.
Okay. Girai Bab, now leaving Goa aside a little bit, Telangana, Maharashtra, Gujarat, though I think, but Telangana, Maharashtra, give us a general what you feel about it.
In Telangana, I think this is going to polls on the 13th.
Yeah.
But the groundswell is tremendous. And if you see one thing you have to really appreciate, that be it Prime Minister or be it Home Minister or be it our National President, they have been going to states campaigning extensively. Whereas in Goa you have seen, I mean, as far as, even though we are just 2 seats, the Prime Minister made 2 quick visits in last 6 months. In last 2 years, this was his 3rd visit. The same thing with Amit Bhai Shah. So I think that is the importance they give to the campaign. See, you can't be in a battle and then say that, I don't want to fight, which I think the opposition is showing. Dusre, as far as the national mood is concerned, be it Gujarat, be it Rajasthan, be it Madhya Pradesh, I think when the assembly elections happened, they defied all norms. And the same thing will happen now, where everybody says, how will you retain that strike rate? I think we will retain, and wherever we don't have all, we may get those also. So nationally, again, I mean, as I have said, see, BK Bab may say that, you are using Modi everywhere, but his popularity after 10 years as PM and almost 13-14 years as Chief Minister before that, his tenure still remains intact. Not one scam which can be, attributed to him, and that is the kind of leadership that the nation wants. And that is why I believe we are going on the goodwill. We are going on 10 years of our work in last 10 years under PM Modi, and we are going with our vision for 2047. If you see our advertisements also, they say vote a leader who works 24/7 for 2047. So that is, so if you ask me, I mean, this is my personal opinion, we are, Prime Minister's popularity is unparalleled. See, even in Telangana we saw, our vote share is 15%.
Around.
It grew to 15%. From 7 to 8%. It has gone up to 15%. And this time, if you ask me, out of those 17, we may actually cross 10. And that may be a very big change coming from the south.
एकच मिनिट आता त्यांनी म्हटलं की
Our reporter from South Goa is coming. We'll just get him on and then we'll speak to Ramesh from South. Yeah, Ramesh, सांग कितें चल्ला? खंय आसा तूं?
कोण आसा सर?
रमेश खंय आसा तूं?
सध्या नावेले आसात.
आवाज
सावंड
नावेले आसा. आमी जर सालसेतीची जर घेतली जायत, सालसेतीक जे वोटिंग आसा हे भरपूर जाले कडेन आसा, आनीक बरे तरेन जाले कडेन आसा, कसली किजाला आनी काय हे नासतना. पण हे वोटिंग जातना आमची एक ऑथॉरिटी जी आसा ही खंय तरी कमी पडले कडेन आसा, ती हेचे खातीर की जे सिनियर सिटीजन आसात, आतां 80 एंड एबाव म्हणले ताणें की तांकां आमी घरा कडेन वचोन वोटिंग करपाक दितले म्हणून. पूण हांगा 80 एंड एबाव आसले मनीस सध्या जायना आसले व्हिलचेरां आनी हाती धरून सद्याक बुतार हाडटात. पूण हे खंय तरी हेंचे कॉम्बिनेशन ना आनीक हे खंय तरी फाटी पडल्या अशें दिसता. कित्याक सिनियर सिटीजन आनी असल्यांक खंय तरी डेटा जो आसा हो जाय आसता, पूण हो डेटा हेंचे कडेन नासले कारणान आज हेंकां खुबशे त्रास जाले कडेन आसात. आनीक दुसरें म्हणलें जाल्यार आनीक जे पुलिसेचे जे होमगार्ड आसात, ह्या होमगार्डान नॉर्था साकून सावथाक घातल्यात, पूण तांकां आजुनूय बेलाट पेपर दिला की तांकां थंयच्यान वोटिंग करपाक जाय म्हणून. ते बाबडे आतां हांगा साकून नॉर्था वचपा आनी वोटिंग करपाचें. आतां ते केन्ना वतली वोटिंग करपा आनी केन्ना पावता म्हण कळना. 5 टायम दिले कडेन आसा, पूण ही ऑथॉरिटी कडेन सद्या डेटा ना, आपल्याले मनीस खंय आसा कितें आसा म्हणटे. म्हणून हेचे खातीर कितलेशे वोटींग जे आसा हे कमी जातले. आनीक दुसरे वटेन पळयलें जाल्यार जे आज वोटींग चलता सालसेतीक वोटींग बरें चलता. एकान एक मनीस सद्याक वोट करपाक येता, पूण हांगा जे ऑथॉरिटी ह्या ऑथॉरिटीज खंय तरी एक कंट्रोल आसपाक जाय. कित्याक पयलीं 200 मिटरा भायर लोकांक दवरताले, पूण हांगा काय ना. हांगा तर सगळे बुथा कडेन लोक उरतात.
हाऊज द वोटिंग रमेश, वोटिंग कशें चलता सावथान? सालसेतीन कशें चलता वोटिंग? लोक येता?
सालसेतीक बरें चलता. सद्याक 2 म्हणल्यार 50% वोटिंग जाल्लें. 2 म्हणल्यार 50% वोटिंग जाल्लें. आनी आतां या 2 ते 3 ते 4 ते 5 या 3 वरांक मात एक 20% जायत. म्हणल्यार ऑलरेडी सावथाक चडशे जाले जाल्यार 68 to 70% वोटिंग जातात. मायज जातली जाल्यार पळोवचें पडटलें की मायज कशें जाता तें.
कितें इन्सिडंट कितें जाला सावथान? सालसेतीन कितें ते इंकाचे कितें प्रॉब्लेम
इन्सिडेंट म्हणल्यार एकच की थोडीशी मेशना बटन मारल्यार सावंड येना. सावंड येयला जाल्यार तो बटन मारल्यार त्याची लिंक दिश्टी पडना. थोडे कडेन लायट जाय म्हणटात, पूण लायट चड दिल्यार म्हणटा ते की मेशीन चलना. हे एक बारीक इश्यू आसा जे इलेक्शन कमिशनर खरेंच मुखारची इलेक्शन जातले थंय खंय तरी त्यांची मागणी आसा ही मातशी मान करची पडटली. कित्याक प्रत्येकाक दिसता आपणे वोट मारले ते आपल्या दिश्टी पडोंक जाय म्हणून. मागीर कितें जाता, लोकांक बेश्टो दुबाव वेगळो येता की आपल्या वोट खरें पडला काय आनी कोणा गेला काय म्हणून. हो सध्या बोवाळ जाले कडेन आसलो.
ओके, थँक्स रमेश. या थँक्यू. विके बाब, यू आर सेइंग?
ना, आता गिरिराज बाबान सांगले की मोदीचेर करप्शन ना आनी कितें म्हणून आमी तेच्या कडेन वोट मागता. आतां हेंच्यांनी नारोत घातलो की मोदी का परिवार. मोदीचे जे अलायन्स पार्टनर जावं मिनिस्टर जावं आनी कोणा ते खरेंच करप्शनान ना, हो मुद्दो येता. आनी आमच्या गोंयान पळोवंक गेल्यार गोंयान तर म्हाका दिसता खूब करप्शनाचे कितलेशे मुद्दे आमी उठयला. त्यांनी म्हटलें की हेचेर दाग ना म्हणून आमी वोट मागता, मोदीच्या हेचेर वोट मारता. जाल्यार तुमचो लोकल्स आहा 33 MLAs आसात तुमच्या कडेन, आनी 33 MLA आसुनूय तुमकां अमित शाहक 2दा हाडचो पडलो, मोदीक 2दा हाडचो पडलो. 2 सीट कळ्ळें? म्हणजे तुमी लोकलाचेर म्हणजे तुमी तुमच्या ह्या MLAचेर तुमच्या
लोकसभा इलेक्शन सेंट्रल लीडर्स
कोणी म्हटला ना काय? मात तुम्ही सध्या दोन्ही कडे मोदी लोकलाचे काय ना, लोकलाचे काय ना.
कित्याक सांगतालो की राहुल गांधी गोंयांत येतलो म्हणून? 2 ते 3 पयर एका डिबेटीचेर सुनील कोटणकर आशिल्लो. 3 तारखेक राहुल गांधी गोंयांत येता, नॉर्थ काय सावथ पळय ऑन चॅनल. जर सेंट्रल लिडर जर येवपाचे ना, तुम्ही कित्याक क्लेम करताले इतलेच सांगचे. आणि
व्हाय शुडंट सेंट्रल लीडर नॉट कम फॉर लोकसभा इलेक्शन?
कशें आसा, तांची न्याय यात्रा ती जाली पळय, पयली कसली यात्रा जाली ती भारत तोडो. तातूंत राहुल
भारत जोडो
दुसरो ताणी जो 60 वर्साचो अन्याय लोकांचेर केला तो घेवन एक न्याय यात्रा काढली, ती गोंयांत आयली ना. तो कॅम्पेनिंगाक येना. आणि दुसरे तुम्ही मुद्दम पळया, विजय बाबान बरो उलयलो मोदीचेर करप्शन ना म्हणटा आनी रोखडो तो लोकल लिडरशिपाचेर आयलो. पण अजून ताणें मोदीचेर आशिल्लो एकूय करप्शनाचो आरोप करूंक शकूना. आणि दिस इज वेअर सी शेवटाक आज जे इलेक्शन
मोदीचेर करूंक ना,
2022 आमी हे सगळे मुद्दे डिपेंड केल्या सरकार.
But this is one complaint I also have against Congress, but they have not taken this Goa seriously. That much I can
Who has
tell.
not taken seriously?
Congress central leadership.
Central.
Some big great leaders you are sending. कुत्रो व्हरपाक तूं हांगा येता आनी तूं इलेक्शनाचो प्रचारक येना तूं. म्हणजे पण कुत्रो व्हरपाक तूं गोंयांत येता आनी इलेक्शनाच्या प्रचार म्हणजे दॅट इज द
इलेक्शनाक पर्सनल मरे. अरे कुत्रो व्हरपाक तो इलेक्शनाक गेलो तेन्ना, इलेक्शन आसलें तेन्ना इलेक्शन आसलें काय म्हणटा तेन्ना तेच्या पयलीं राहुल गांधी हांगा कितले वोट गेले. मेन कित्याक मोदी येता फक्त हांगा वोट मागपाक, राहुल गांधी हांगा
ताणी फर्मागुडी सभा केली तेन्ना इलेक्शन आशिल्लें काय? सी शेवटाक तुमच्या गॅलरायज करपाक, मार्गदर्शन करपाक तुमकां इलेक्शन लागना. म्हणजे हे फक्त इलेक्शना वेळा लोकां पर्यंत पावता. दुसरे ताणे जे लोकल विशय सांगले, सेम विशय एकूय एड जावना. ते मागीर डबल ट्रॅकिंग आसूं तामदार ते 2022 जनते कडेन गेले, जनतेन हांकां म्हणजे सबशेल आपटिले असेंब्लीक. तर शेवटाक जर तुम्ही प्रत्येक वेळा जर लोकल इशू म्हणटले आणि करतले, कारण तांचे कडेन सेंट्रल इशू ना, तांचे कडेन सेंट्रल लिडर ना. आणि दुसरे जर लोकल इशूचेर करपाक जाय जाल्यार इंडियेच्या नॅशनल सिक्युरिटी खातीर आमी केन्ना वोट करतले, इंडियेच्या फॉरेन पॉलिसी खातीर आमी केन्ना वोट करतले, इंडियेच्या एअरपोर्टा खातीर केन्ना करतले, हायवे खातीर केन्ना करतले, फॉर बेटर रेल्वेज. अरे हांचे कडेन भायर टॉयलेट्स बांदपाक जाले ना. सो हांव इतलेंच सांगता की दीस इलेक्शन इज सेंट्रल. तांकां कशें आसा दॅट इज फॉर देम. तांणी राहुल गांधीचो दाखोवचो न्हय, 1 tenure वेरी हॅज डन. तो अमेठी जर तांणी इतलें केल्लें काम, अमेठी कित्याक पडलो? बरें वायनाड गेलो, वायनाड वचनच करपाचें मरे रायबरेली. ही वेटेड फॉर वायनाड इलेक्शन टू गेट ओवर टू फील इन रायबरेली. तर म्हाका दिसता तांची लिडरशीप क्रायसिसा खातीर दे आर जेलस की आमी मोदी वापरूंक शकता. अरे आमच्याकडे मोदी आसा, तुमच्याकडे तर राहुल गांधी आसा,
ओके,
आम्ही कितें करू?
सी वॉट गिरिराज बाब कितें म्हणटा दॅट सेंट्रल इश्यूज, दीस आर लोकसभा इलेक्शन, सेंट्रल इश्यू हॅव टू बी फॉट ऑन सेंट्रल. ते म्हणटा तो लोकल इश्यू ऑलरेडी असेंब्ली इलेक्शन जाले, सेम इश्यू आशिल्ले, काँग्रेस हारली, बट सेंट्रल इश्यू काडना.
काँग्रेस हारली तांणी म्हटलं आपटून उडयली म्हणून. 35% वोट आणि 60च्या वयर पर्सेंट त्यांच्या अगेन्स्ट.
तुमच्या अगेन्स्ट कितले वोट पडले? विजय भाऊ, नाही आता एकूच या प्रश्नाचे उत्तर तुम्ही. आमच्या अगेन्स्ट 65% नाही, तुमच्या अगेन्स्ट कितले पर्सेंट लोकांनी वोट केलो?
आमच्या अगेन्स्ट
तुमकां 27% पडिल्ले. सो 73% वोटेड अगेन्स्ट यू. 73
कोणी खाल्ले ते तुमकां खबर आसा. आमचे वोट कोणी खाल्ले ते खबर आसा.
आमच्या बरोबर एमजीबी नाशिल्ली, एमजीबीची मतां आमकां एड जर केल्ली, वी वूड हॅव क्रॉस्ड 40. अरे तुमच्या बरोबर
I think this is becoming no, but this is becoming between Giriraj and BK. Let us be slightly on the track. Let us not become. Let this not be a bipolar debate.
No, and not an assembly debate. We are going for Lok Sabha. Please, yaar.
No, you can also take a poll and let us fight.
नाही पण
Wait, and
But
forget about the cats and
the
dogs.
anchor is there to give the poll.
नाही पण
Dutor, what I'm saying is this
Yeah.
now. The issue is one thing that I would like to bring in Giriraj and Viraj and you all. Now, 1 month back, I don't know how many will agree, how many will not agree. The Congress infrastructure.
It was a walkover.
Yeah,
Absolute walkover.
Yeah, and see, the Congress infrastructure has not improved.
Yes.
Probably it's got worse.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
And the Rahul Gandhi is the same leader.
Correct.
But we are getting the feeling from wherever we are that this is the fight has become tighter. The fight has become
Yeah,
more.
correct.
So you feel reasons or what?
No, I feel the Congress party gave the best candidates.
Okay.
Whether it is Khalap in the north with whatever charges
No,
that are
even
there.
outside Goa, I'm talking about.
I'm talking of Goa. The candidates have been very good. I would say the Congress campaign was fired by the candidate.
Not by the party.
Not by the party. They got charged the moment he was announced. He got everybody got charged. One. I would further say that their campaign was almost taken over by the people. People would organize meetings and call them. One.
Really?
Yes. It would happen like I can tell you that in Banauli, Veli, the polling agents are organized by the people. I don't think it is organized by the party.
AAP was also there.
Yes, AAP is also there. So that way the campaign is almost taken over.
So where is the Congress?
They don't have an organizational structure.
How
in
can they
place.
not have an organizational structure in South Goa?
See, right
See,
now,
I don't know.
No,
It's like
correct.
funny.
The problem is their party has always been MLA centric. The moment
Now you're coming to the
the moment like see Vishwajit Rane and Pratap Singh Rane, the moment they went,
everything went.
Digambar Kamat went, everything went because it was veering around the MLAs. Their party is not like that. They have a party other than the MLA. I think that is the correct
The
way
organization.
Yes, the organization has to be besides the MLA. You can't have organization based upon the MLAs. It can't be like that. And that was the position with the Congress party. That is where they have failed. And then
They have not improved even now.
See, first 8 went, then 10 went, and you will find from 2009, 2014 2019 and 2022, their vote share has
17 and
increased,
20.
continuously increased.
Who's?
Congress. And despite 10 going, 8 going, it has increased. Whether you take assembly elections, it has increased. So all that I am trying to say is, they have to build their party.
So basically what you're trying to
No,
say is
but
the
I
top
do-
leadership is...
Whereas their vote share increased
Yes.
from 17 to 22, their vote share has
No,
increased.
I am talking about parliament election,
Parliament.
14, 19 and 21.
But that means basically you're saying there's a lacune in leadership.
Yes.
Which is
Yeah,
you're
absolutely,
agreeing with him on
absolutely,
that.
absolutely.
See, Glenn,
Absolutely.
Glenn, I'll tell you one
I'll
thing.
get back to this on this.
Yes,
Okay, Dr. you
absolutely.
given your...
I'll tell you one thing. See, whenever you talk of a political party, you basically talk of cadre and political.
Congress was never
political
cadre.
Never
leadership.
cadre-based
Never
party.
cadre.
See,
Political
it is a mass-based
leadership.
party.
See,
But
if
that
it-
organizational strength is
See,
required.
if organizational strength is not there, if your own volunteers are not, and if MLAs are your strength or weaknesses,
Not
then
strength. The organization is controlled by MLAs.
see, if that is so, then you have no business to say that they have ditched the party and gone, because they have come on their own. Why should they not leave and go?
That I don't
Then,
know.
why it's a clear cut open and shut case.
no,
They
I
have a
don't
right
think
to
it
go
might.
whenever they want.
No. The
See,
party.
you can't have it both ways.
No, the party.
You can't have it both ways.
The party has allowed the organization to be around the
Hijacked
MLA.
by the MLA.
Yes.
You can see this in Taligarh.
Yes, everywhere.
See, party cadre, party hierarchy is different than that of MLA. 5 MLA, 10 MLA.
Not in Congress.
That's why, that's their weakness.
Of
And
course it
that's
is
the
their
reason.
weakness.
That's the reason they are into state what they are today. And to say that, and if that is so, now kindly see if how it works against them. You see, in South practically they have absolutely no MLA with them. And if all karyakartas, if all voters are taken away by their respective MLAs, you tell me what is going to be
We'll
their
see on
state.
4th.
You tell me you tell me it can't have, you can't have it both ways.
We'll have to
If you say MLA is everything, then you
No,
neither have
that's-
any strength
that's
in
a
South.
different- I
That is
think
the way
that-
they are. That
you
is
know,
the way
neither
they
have
are.
a strength in North.
I think you have like turned that.
That is the way
argument
they
a
are.
bit, but it's not
They
पण आय थिंक ने एक तुमका डिफरन्स इज क्लियर म्हणजे अपार्ट फ्रॉम द कार्डर ऑल्सो म्हणजे आय टेल यू द बेसिक डिसिप्लिन विद इन द पार्टी आज
Correct.
म्हणजे नरेंद्रभाई सावयकर वॉज आय मीन एव्हरीबडी
front
बिलीव्ड ही वॉज द
He
फ्रंट
was the
रनर as a member of parliament his performance was way better than any MP that South Goa has given, be it raising issues, be it raising questions. But when he got the ticket, I mean when he didn't get the ticket and Mrs. Dempo got the ticket, his initial reaction also said that I will be with the party. Has Congress done that? Congress leaders were out on
शार्दूलचा video पोय
record
कालचा.
criticizing. बरं सध्या म्हणजे एक नवा प्रकार म्हणजे तो सी दॅट अमित पाटकर इज सच अ बिग जोक नाही. ही ऍक्च्युअली सेड की सार्दिना इज वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम.
Yeah.
तर म्हाका दिसता एज अ पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट
This is a Bangalore
these
kind
are
of a
these are not
statement.
the kind of
Work from
talks.
home. ते IT चालता हे statement. Work from home.
See,
Bangalore
and so
statement.
this is one. And दूसरे, I agree with Cleophas Bab on one statement कि both these candidates are the best they could have given for the BJP. कारण एक म्हणजे विरियाटोचे डबल स्टँडर्ड्स म्हाका दिसता हॅव बीन एक्सपोज्ड आणि दुसरे तो आज जेन्ना परत सांगता की तो सगळ्यांक डिबेटीक आपयतलो, CMाक डिबेट, कॅन्डिडेटाक डिबेट, प्रायम मिनिस्टराक सुद्दां आपयलो. अरे सादे जेन्ना माल्कम पेरेरान ताका डिबेटीक आपयलो कित्याक गेलो ना?
Malcolm Pereira.
नाही पण कशा छोटा कितें प्रायम मिनिस्टर शुड डिबेट विथ विरियाटो?
Malcolm Pereira is
तशें
a
नाही.
different matter.
तशें नाही. ना,
प्राईम मिनिस्टर ट्विट केलं
अशें नाही. प्रायम मिनिस्टर शुड डिबेट विथ विरियाटो. सो विरियाटो इज सेइंग की म्हणजे
प्रायम
माल्कम
मिनिस्टरान
ताका येना आणि प्रायम मिनिस्टरान विरियाटो बरोबर डिबेट
No,
करपाची.
your
सो
point.
तशें नाही.
Your
एक
point.
तो विशय. दुसरें कशें आसा ताज्या हातून म्हणजे ताणें एक्टिव्हिजमान ताणें जर तुमी पळयशात विरियाटोज कमेंट्स वर ऑलवेज अगेन्स्ट विजय सरदेसाय. But there is a tweet on record where he said की विजय इज अ लायबिलिटी वेरेवर ही गोज. आणि दुसरो तांच्या बरोबर एक आम आदमी पार्टी म्हणून एक आहा ताज्या अमित पालेकाराक ताणें कितें ब्रोकर काय फॉर्जरी कितें करता म्हणिल्लें. आणि अमिताचो एक स्टेटमेंट म्हाका याद आसा. अमित हॅड सेड जर तो प्रूव करूंक शकना जाल्यार ताणें कॅप्टन लावपाचें ना. ते कॅप्टनूय लायता ते बरोबरूय आसा. म्हणजे दॅट मिन्स हीज एलिगेशन्स अगेन्स्ट अमित पालेकार आर प्रूव्ड. तर आज हे फ्रॅक्चर्ड जे सगळे मेंडेट थंय आसा तातूंत बरें हेवटेन नॉर्थाक येवया. नॉर्थाक धमाकान खलो बरो कॅन्डिडेट कसो हो म्हाका क्लियर बाबान सांगचें. एक म्हणजे जाणें बँक बुडयली, दुसरें तो परत जे सायड करा न्ही, यू कॅन गो टू द आरबीआय रिपोर्ट इन 21.
Let us look at the bank.
No, no, no.
Then let us look at the Madgaon Urban Bank.
No, no,
Who is
we
responsible?
can
No, let us not-
he is
let us
Madgaon
not-
Urban candidate
No, no,
in
no, I am not saying that.
See, if you are not, no, no, you
The
cannot, no,
problem-
no, I am
the
not going,
problem
I am
is
not
that-
going to,
the
I am
problem-
not going to dance the way you shift the goalpost.
Sorry, no, I
when
don't
you say
think
that the
see,
candidates
I am-
are good,
correct.
I am going to
No, no,
give my
correct.
opinion.
I am
No, no.
all that I am trying to
Listen,
say. All that I am trying
So
to
then
say.
I have to also, you have to allow me to say
Correct.
what
I am not saying that, but I am
No,
saying that is
so,
not
so when you
intimate
say,
here.
Tashane,
That is
when
not
you
intimate.
say, when you say they have given the best candidate, he has lost 4 elections. In last 20 years, he has not contested a single election. How does this man who comes out from retirement become a good candidate?
Okay, anyway.
आणि
let
तुमकां
me
so
see,
it
let
does
me
not
see.
tick any box.
Anyway,
आणि
let-
म्हाका दिसता म्हणजे विजय बाब एटलीस्ट ऑन दॅट विल एग्री
No.
because Vijay Bab was the first one who criticized candidature to Khalab.
But-
So at least Vijay Bab let him not tell
But
me.
I think
He was the first interview that came out after Khalab's interview was Vijay Bab,
but I think
where he
the-
heavily criticized the Congress party,
I thi- and
saying
he's
that
right
the local
there.
leadership
Glenn-
has lost
Glenn,
it.
Okay.
Glenn,
Okay.
the answer is your question was how did it become so tight, and I am saying it became so tight, or at least if it is tight, that is because of the candidate,
I agree.
and the result is there.
I
Let us
agree.
not talk about
I
sorry,
agree.
again.
See on fourth.
प्रत्येक
Let me
नाही,
see about the
प्रत्येक
tightness on fourth.
प्रत्येकाका क्लिओफात बाबाचे रिप्लाय असता that we will know only on 4th. I am saying it's not even close.
Okay.
दुसरे in
Mine
south,
was
in
the answer
south.
to the anchor. The anchor's question.
Yeah, yeah,
I am
it was
answering.
my
No, so am I not supposed to
yours.
respond to fellow participants?
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
Or let him set that rule.
No, I think-
No, let him set a rule that I cannot respond
I
to.
wait, wait,
you.
let's-
See,
let's-
you cannot
No, no,
see,
the
you
anchor-
cannot take
see-
people for a ride.
Yeah, yeah, one second,
No,
one
so
second.
when you say,
Guys,
when you
the
speak
problem-
about candidates, I have right to speak
Yeah,
about
one
that
second.
candidate
But
too.
the
No.
anchor, it is the anchor.
Also, then why are you telling me what I
I am not telling you. I am answering
you
the
did.
anchor.
One sec,
I am
one
not
sec,
answering you.
one sec.
When I was speaking about
See,
candidates, why are you
the
intervening?
problem is I am answering the anchor, not
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
No,
One
no, so then why are you interjecting?
One second, one second. Let me
Yes,
shift.
that's
Let me
right.
shift
And
the
I
argument.
will also see. I will also talk to you and not let him
Yeah,
see.
yeah, we
He
will-
cannot see. He cannot be selective.
Fair enough, fair
Secondly, he cannot set the goalpost.
Fair
So
enough.
I will
I'm
explain.
in the-
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you are
Viraj,
trying to-
Viraj,
you are-
one second,
you are
one
trying to
second.
do
Now
it.
let's get to
See,
little
when he
scenery.
says the candidates
Even
are good,
elections
I
are
will
over.
respond to
5 o'clock on
candidates.
Sunday.
The problem is I am
Prachar
answering
is
the
over.
anchor. I am not answering
I-
you.
I- I will
Prachar is
not
no,
I will
supposed to
come in.
respond.
One
I will
sec.
come in. I will come in.
One second. Prachar is over. Dotor, one second. Give me a break. Prachar is
almost
over
5
5
o'clock
o'clock on Sunday. This is not prachar. Right now, let's we will get into the argument. No problem. Mache down the. I want to ask one question. My point is, I agree. See, not that I disagree with Girraj Bab's points. All his points are valid, but I also agree with Dotor's point, saying that these were the best candidates of the Congress. BK Bab may not agree. That I'll give him a chance or not, may agree or may not, but let him answer that. But I am saying today in the present position, this was probably the best candidates, Captain Viriato and Khalab. Fair enough. He's not saying I'm taking it on me. So then let's cut this
So
out.
he agrees, looks like.
No, one second, not for you, not for you.
गिरिराजन म्हटले
No, wait, hello. Wait, 1 second. No, I don't want to continue this very political discussion. This
But I will not respond to
No, just a second.
Uzun so जाओ ना. So prachar is still on.
By Sunday 5 o'clock cover. One point, unless because we are live, people will be watching before going to vote. Viraj, my point is that leaving Goa aside, good candidate, bad candidate, all that. My point is, the battles are not only one on how good the candidate, how bad the candidate. It's been a tough fight. But my point is, which Dotto refused to take it outside the Goa boundaries, I'm taking it outside the Goa boundaries. Even in lots of states outside Goa, even 1 month back, it was a done deal. In fact, I remember one of the opposition guys, when we had mentioned it, they got pretty upset with you. But today, it seems to be a close election, which is something that nobody would have. See, I'm not saying that the BJP is not going to get 300, 370, 400, that will know on 4th. But it looks as if on the face of it, that it is a pretty close election. Do you agree with this? And what could possibly be the reasons for this as a analyst, not as a politician. I'm being very clear.
I don't agree that it is a close election. Definitely, it has come what looked like.
Close like means the figures will not possibly match what the initially were thought
Yeah,
of.
so there has been improvement as far as the opposition alliance is concerned. Their numbers might go up slightly, but I feel 400, 370, 330, I'm not getting into the figures, but a comfortable majority for BJP on its own still looks pretty much possible.
272 plus.
Yeah, BJP, not
BJP,
NDA.
BJP,
So on BJP on its own, 272 plus is comfortable, looks comfortable even now. Having said that, the opposition also have done their campaign decently well from the last 1 month, where it looked completely out of sync. Also, I would like to reiterate that they lost an opportunity 3-4 months back when the India Alliance was being formed. They were pretty slow and lackluster with it. So, if they had done it slightly earlier and had been more proactive, then we would have seen a slightly better difference in the number of votes and seats probably. As far as Goa is concerned, I would just like to make a small point about Francisco Sardina. So, Giriraj Bab mentioned that he is working from home. I think it is an advantage for the Congress that is working from home.
Yeah,
He is
yeah, I
probably
would
their
say
biggest
that, that's it.
liability because the surveys when we were doing, the biggest issue that was coming up in South Goa was the MP was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, okay.
And I would also like to reiterate that when Naren Savekar was the MP, he was visible. I mean, people might agree or might not agree, might have done work, not done work, but at least he was visible.
Very
on the
visible,
field,
yes.
even after he lost.
I will tell you one thing.
Yeah,
the
sir.
point is Congress is totally a divided house. The question is not
But
whether
today, Dotto, it's not the Congress that is the main opposition today. The Congress is not going to cross 100 seats.
No, we are talking about Goa.
According to
I'm
me.
talking about Goa. Talking about Goa.
Goa, no, we've crossed the border.
Okay,
We've
okay.
crossed the border.
As far as-
I'm
as
talking
far
about
as- as far
Congress.
as- as
If
far-
it gets 80 seats now, some of our reports say it's not going to get 50, 60 seats. If it crosses 80 seats, it's an achievement. Now, I'm not talking about the Congress. Today,
Let's
sure, sorry.
Yeah, so let's just shift to, since we are talking on a pan-India basis, let's look at the other states. So, the other important states which are going for polling today, one is Gujarat, which has 26 seats and 25 are going for polling. But more interesting is Karnataka. So, Karnataka has 28 seats, 14 seats
14
were
are
done in the first two phases, and this phase has 14 seats, and with this, the polling will end
Karnataka
in the
is
third
over.
seat. So, third phase it will end. So 14 seats are up for grabs. There are prominent faces like ex-Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai is contesting from Haveri. There is also Jagdish Shettar who is contesting from Belgaum. Union Minister Prahlad Joshi is contesting from Dharwad. And there are quite a few other prominent faces such as Mallikarjun Kharge's son-in-law Radhakrishna Doddamani. Also, Yediyurappa's son B.Y. Raghavendra, who happens to be BJP president of Karnataka, is also in the fray. And another interesting thing about this phase is there's this scandal of the JDS current MP who was also a candidate in the first two phase, which has come up, and that has spiced up the election campaign as well as the overall situation in Karnataka. So, Karnataka could be a close contest or could be an interesting proposition.
But
Comparing the
unlikely
first
that
two,
Congress is going to, I mean, the BJP is going to get the last figures. You feel?
so even last time around when in 2019 BJP got a lot of seats, at that time also a Congress backed government was in place in Karnataka. Now they have a much bigger majority, so they are expected to do slightly better, but local election and national elections are two different ball games. So how it turns out will have to be seen. But I'm also more interested in checking the numbers on 4th of June. In the first phase of election, 14 seats, first two phases, and this phase, because that scandal kind of has rocked not only Karnataka, but it's an issue throughout India.
Yeah, but in the first seat, the JDS, I think, campaign is over. Their
Yeah.
candidates
Yeah,
are
yeah,
they are
yeah.
not there in this 14.
Correct.
So
In
they
this
have
14.
already voted
Whether
earlier.
it will, what he means to say, whether it will affect the BJP or not, because they are in alliance with the BJP. That we'll have to see.
See, it will not. It may not. See, the scandal itself has come after the
After JDS,
JDS
but
will
14
rotate.
seats now.
So whether how that will
will
affect
affect,
this
yeah.
election will have to be seen.
No,
But
that may affect if it is very close. If it is very close, it may affect.
Means the
If it is neck and neck, it may affect. But if there is a wide gap, it will not going to affect.
one more thing, that's a difference that I see. In yesteryears, there were a lot of caste equations that was being talked about, even in Karnataka. Now, people somewhat, that's a positive takeaway.
Not
People
really,
somewhat,
very
no,
much.
it is not. Entire thing they were discussed earlier. Panelists, whichever you go to national, they were always. Today they are talking about party dominance. Today they are talking about other things. But those caste equations,
very much.
See,
I'll tell you,
they are not serious. I think we have
after
come.
the assembly elections, the BJP has course corrected. Today, the person who's leading the campaign is Yedurappa.
Correct.
His son, of course.
See,
but they have course corrected very
But
strongly.
even taking JDS is taking into consideration
The whole time, yeah,
community.
because
No,
DK
that- see,
Kumar.
person will
Times
find-
of India headline, which said that Congress waited for the first phase because there were a lot of Vocaliga votes in fray. And this is not me saying it. This is not BJP saying it. This was a categorical headline on Times of India which said that Congress waited till the first phase over because they did not want to hurt Vocaliga. So see, that is there. I mean, the
Caste is there.
Karnataka politics
Of
revolves
course.
around
In fact-
that. We got the dynamics wrong the last time. This time,
That's
No,
why
no, last time
course corrected. Yeah, this
last time
BJP
that
has
is
course
what-
corrected.
and that
Last
is why
time,
I
of course,
believe-
that's the reason BJP lost. But that's
that's
no longer.
But
Yeah,
from
Giriraj,
whatever
finish.
from whatever in Karnataka, at least everybody seemed to suggest that the so-called guarantees, and particularly for women, it is working and working well. That seems to be one factor which will
Local.
which is local.
Giriraj Bab, I am talking. I want Maharashtra, in little bit of Maharashtra. Now that is a very volatile pot, and especially now Ajit Pawar has been asked to micromanage Baramati and whatever, and so the rest of it is basically being coordinated by Fadnavis and the total. So what you feel? What is your this about Karnataka? What is your reading of
as
it?
far as Maharashtra is concerned, whichever analyst I talk to, I mean, which are independent, they say BJP will still retain their number of seats.
How many seats BJP?
We had 22.
23 me.
22 or 23.
23.
Okay.
But with BJP,
23 seats.
23
And
seats. So
Shiv
BJP,
Sena
had 18.
so BJP will still retain that. Now, how the India Alliance performs is something that needs to be seen. So that is one factor. Coming back to Karnataka again, I mean, see, when he says guarantees are working, see, there are a lot of these guarantees, like especially in Telangana, if you see, why is there so much of anger against the Congress? When Revant Reddy got sworn in, he said the guarantees which were promised in assembly elections will be subject to who wins the Lok Sabha elections. If you see DK Shivkumar going to people and saying, I will go booth by booth and you will get water connection only if you vote for the Congress. See, that kind of politics they are trying to do. But the Congress there also is faction ridden. The Siddaramaya faction and DK Shivkumar faction is there. If you heard Amit Shah, he openly said one of the reasons why Prajwal Revanna was possibly allowed to fly out was because the deputy CM is a Vocaliga, and that is what Amit Shah is on record saying. आणि दुसरं कसं आता प्रत्येक वेळा वी सिलेक्टिव्हली लुक ॲट दीज एलिगेशन म्हणजे एक म्हणजे इफ देर इज अ स्कॅन्डल व्हॉट वॉज द स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंट डुईंग व्हॉट वॉज द स्टेट लॉ अँड ऑर्डर डुईंग सो आय थिंक पीपल are much smarter than we give them credit for. They can see through it. DK Shivkumar's brother had also suggested that India should be divided into two countries between North and South. So that kind of divisive agenda, but in the end, a positive agenda will win, and that is what I have to say.
Okay.
Somehow in Karnataka and Maharashtra, this time I see a change, and I look at something like double figure for India Alliance in Karnataka. I am looking at about 12 to 15. And in Maharashtra, the way things are working out, it looks like 24. Almost, yeah. Yes.
Come in on that. What do you feel?
So Maharashtra last time BJP got 23 seats and Shiv Sena, the undivided Shiv Sena, got 18 seats. They were in an alliance, and Karnataka BJP got 25 seats. So now looking at the current scenarios, and Congress in Karnataka had just got 1 seat. So Congress should be able to better their tally here. Whether they'll go to double digit, I'm not very sure. As far as Maharashtra is concerned, BJP led NDA is expected to retain some of those seats, but I don't think it will be 23 plus 18 for NDA. It could be close to 20 for the BJP, and their allies, I'm not very sure how well they are going to perform. So it could be like very
Seats
close.
could be divided.
Yeah,
Could be,
60-40, I would say 60-40 in favor of NDA.
Okay, one our reporter from South Goa is online, so maybe we could take him online.
रमेश रमेश तुझे सांग एक्टिवा
तुवेंकार सांग कितें चल्लां मडगांव?
सर मडगांव सकाळच्यान टर्नआउट बघा आशिल्लो, लोकांचो टर्नआउट बघा आशिल्लो सर. सकाळच्या 8 सुमार सगळ्या बुटांचे गांवांत सकाळचो 8 फातोर्डा मागीर आल्लेम कुर्तरी ह्या सायडीक ह्या वाठारांत भोंवलो, थंयसर लोकांची बरी गर्दी आशिल्ली. तशेंच मागीर अशें 11 जातकू 11-12 अशें दनपार अशें जातकू मातशें लोकांचो मातसो टर्नआउट मातसो उणो जालो. आनी सद्या सर मडगांवान आतां पर्यंत 61% हें जाल्लें आसा. म्हणल्यार लास्ट आमकां ते 3:30 अपडेट मेळ्ळो तो 61% 35% वोटींग जाल्लें आसा मडगांवान. तशेंच फातोर्डा पळोवपाक गेलो जाल्यार 59% जाल्लो आसा. आनी कुर्तोरीम सर 60.5% जाल्लें आसा. आनी नुव्या बी ह्या फावटी सर नुव्या कुर्तोरी त्या सायडी एरियेन बरें मतदान जालां. लोकांची बरीच गर्दी आशिल्ली सकाळच्यान. थंय 60% जाल्लें आसा.
This is at 3 o'clock. 3
3 पर्यंत.
So that means आता approximately 70% cross जातली in these areas.
येस सर जातलें. कित्याक आतां लोक सगळे कितें जालें वत आशिल्ले वता कारणान ते दनपारच्या ह्या टायमाक मातशें लोकांचे टर्नआउट कमी जालां. आतां परतून स्टार्ट जावपाक लागलो लोकांचो आतां टर्नआउट हेजेर पोलिंग बुथाचेर परतून गर्दी जावपाक लागले. मग ती 70% क्रॉस जातली.
आणि what about any untoward incident कितें जाल्लें?
अनटवर्ड इन्सिडेंट म्हणल्यार सकाळची स्टार्टिंग ती मडगांव 3 कडेन एक ओल्ड मार्केट एरियेन पोलिंग मशीन बंद पडले. तशेंच मागीर मल्टिपल पदा कडेन पडले. 3 कडेन तशी पोलिंग मशिनां बंद पडली. मागीर तेंच्यांनी ते रिप्लेस केली. तो आनी हे इन्सिडेंट सोडलेल्यान तसो इन्सिडेंट कांय जावंक ना. तशेंच मालबाट वाठारांत मातशें लोकांनी मातसो बोवाळ केलो. कित्याक काय म्हटल्यार तांकां ते जे ऑफिसर आशिल्ले ते चड टायम घेतालो. ते बोवाळ मागताले की ते 1.5-2 वर जाले आमी अजून आसा म्हणून. कित्याक आमकां वचून मागीर मुखावेली कामां आसा आनी कितें. मागीर थंयसर ते बोवाळ जाता ते पळोवन मागीर ते MLA येयलो थंयसर. आनी MLAन मागीर कन्सर्न आरवोक फोन मारलो आनी तेंच्यांनी थंय एक्स्ट्रा स्टाफ घालपाक लायले मालबाट वाठारांत. आदर्श ह्या बुथान आदर्श स्कूल आसा त्या बुथान सारकीच गर्दी पडिल्ली सकाळची.
What about कुर्तोरी तुवेंकार? कुर्तोरी लोक भायर येयला. What is the scene?
कुर्तोरी लोक सकाळचो बघ आशिल्लो सर. सकाळच्या स्टार्टिंग सकाळी 8 पयलीं थंयसरच गेल्लो कुर्तोरी आल्लेम ते एरियेन. सकाळचे बघ टर्नआउट बघ आशिल्लो सकाळच्यान. अरावंड थंयसर आतां म्हटल्यार 60% जाला कुर्तोरी. तशेंच थंय मागीर कुर्तोरी सर आमकां तो कॅन्डिडेट मेळ्ळो रुबन पेरेरा. तेजे कडेन हांव उलयलो. ताणें सांगलें की काल अशेंच लोकांनी फेक न्यूज हे केली की आपूण विड्रॉ जाला म्हणून. तो म्हणटा हे ऑपोजिशनाचें काम आसतलें म्हणून आनी आपूण तेजेर कंप्लेन फायल करतलो. तरी पण तेणें मागीर लोकांक अपील केलां आमच्या थ्रूच की तशें कांय ना म्हणून. हे ऑपोजिशन भिल्लें आसा म्हणून तेच्या खातीर ते अशें न्यूज पत्रकार अशें जे म्हणणें आसा.
ओके, थँक्स तुवेंकार. थँक्यू.
ओके सर. आनी
या तुवेंकार कितें म्हणटालो? येस
सर
सांग तुवेंकार सांग. Yeah, I think we've lost him, possibly some technical. Let's see if we can get him back because I think he wanted to say something. Yeah. So you heard this Salset voting at 3 o'clock was around almost 60% plus. So that is that.
but कितल्याच जागा न्हू
No. So I'll just get to it. So this is something interesting. Now Benaulim was one of the lowest. I think the lowest last time around. So at 2019, yeah, Benaulim was the lowest. It had 64.79. So even this time it is in the lower lot, but Vasco has gone down. Vasco is currently the lowest. And if you look at the figures, we see slightly higher percentages in Salset, and also good percentage voting in the hinterlands, that is Kepe, Sange, Savardin. So I think Kepe, Sange, Savardin, these are strongholds of the BJP. Higher percentage voting will definitely give them an edge. At the same time, it's also surprising to see that Salset numbers are going up, whether they are going in favor of the India Alliance or it's going in favor of the BJP is something that we can't tell as of now, because if you look at the previous trends, lower percentage has helped the BJP in the last 2 elections. So
Naveli especially.
Yeah. So Salset slightly
This Salset-
expect
Salset-
Salset voting to be slightly higher than last time.
Dudar,
Yeah. tell
what
me.
you feel? You feel that this is a higher percentage people are coming out, because a lot of people, especially in Benang, they don't come out to vote, especially from the minority community.
No, तसे काही ना. In fact, according to me, I don't expect finally when we come to final figures, I expect the percentages to be around 75%. And
In Salset
in
or
Salset,
overall?
in Salset and overall also.
Okay.
I also feel that these 75 which we are talking about, particularly in Salset, would be about 80%, which I have told earlier, because people are not there. But this is the normal people who come out. I don't think, maybe there is a slight extra 1 or 2 points, but let us wait for it, how it is.
Yeah, okay. Now I have one point to make, is that about these MP, Rajasthan, this Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Punjab. Now in MP, Rajasthan, the BJP has maxed out.
Yes.
Now from the figures that we get, from the reports that we get, it's like from whatever this we have done, that it is possibly that the opposition could get a couple of seats,
Yes,
not more than
it
a couple of
is
seats.
said that it is about 3 to 5 in Rajasthan,
Yes.
about 2-3 in Madhya Pradesh. That is what is spoken about, 2 to 3 in Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah. Viraj, some details before I go to Giriraj on that.
So
You feel that this is a possibility because of this is from the reports that we get from those areas.
yeah, they
Even
had-
Gujarat in a way today with AAP in there, possibly a
No,
couple of seats.
Yeah, they also talk of Rajkot seat.
Rajkot
that is
one of
spoken
the
about.
seats. Yes. Giriraj, you want to, before Viraj comes in, you want to your take on that?
Yeah, I think एक म्हणजे मेजर जे आम्ही गेन्स आसा, even when you say ki BJP may lose some seats, like
Couple
in
of
Maharashtra, basically from 23 is saying 2021. So any which ways, even if we offset it in say Telangana, from 4 if we go to say 12 or 10, then we offset those days. So even then we are starting with 303.
Okay.
So all I am trying to say is Madhya Pradesh, see whatever people may say ki we may win, they may win 3-5, but I think in assembly elections nobody gave BJP a chance. We still retained it. Chhattisgarh, the similar story is there. Plus even in Punjab, today it's a 4-corner fight. It's not a straight fight. And Congress and AAP is almost out to kill each other. So I think in Punjab also we will do better. Today,
You feel their fight will
no, because it's a four-way fight.
Four-way.
See,
Yeah.
right
SID.
now, all they talk about is one, because they realize that they cannot fight. See, I again say, India Alliance was brought together not because they thought collectively they can fight the BJP. They wanted to keep the defeat a little respectable. Nothing beyond that. But even then, see, in UP we had 62. We will go back to 70 plus in this election. That is one. That is what I believe. Again, in Bengal, if you see today, we have repeatedly said that there is a good possibility we may cross 30. And and basically we may get more than TMC. And I think the larger voting percentage is also showing that. Secondly, so as I said, so there are multiples of these states. Like even in Bihar, there is a lot of scope for improvement. So if you ask me, we are not only, even if there are a couple of seats lost here and there, we are going to not only offset it but improve. Like for example in Tamil Nadu, there is a very good chance that with the alliance that we have cobbled up together, we may get some seats. And Telangana again we are there. Karnataka also, there is no reason for me to believe, because I think people vote differently. Orissa is a classic example. Orissa, if you see last time, BJP got fair amount of seats, but at the assembly level it was a complete sweep for BJP. So people know how to vote differently. See, the whole argument that the India Alliance uses against one nation, one poll. See, I always believe that they don't believe in one nation in the first place, but even then that argument doesn't hold true, because voters vote differently, and I think the same thing is going to happen in Karnataka. See, even at the peak of anti-incumbency for the BJP, possibly Bangalore saw the biggest road show ever that Karnataka has witnessed, where PM came. So I still believe that even in Karnataka we are going to get 80% of the seats. With JDS joining us, we are far stronger. See, nobody wants to look at that permutation and combination. See, all the calculations were with the, when you say there is a tight fight, see, all these calculations were considering that TMC and Congress will fight together. They are not. Left and Congress will fight together. They are not. AAP and Congress will fight together in Punjab. They are not. So I still believe it's the same thing. They are just in an alliance out of convenience. And even Goa and Geshat, you can add all this vote share of Congress plus AAP. Even then, both North Goa and South Goa. See, North Goa, definitely it will be a very big lead. But as far as South Goa is concerned, even if you take the most conservative estimates, I see no reason why we cannot win with 35-40,000 minimum.
Okay. Viraj.
Yeah. So there are two sets which I would like to present before you. So one is Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand and Himachal. So these states have total of 100 seats and BJP had won 96. Then there is another set, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. These four states also have 100 seats in total and BJP had won only 4 seats. So now the first set is where BJP is the strongest, and apart from probably Rajasthan, where they might lose a few seats, I don't see much of it changing. So from 96 they might go to 90, but it's not a double digit change. Also the second set, that is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, even here BJP might get slightly more seats, because Telangana, it seems to be a direct fight between the Congress and the BJP, because the regional party BRS is on a decline. Similarly in Tamil Nadu, BJP might be able to open its account and along with the allies might get some seats, but again I don't see a double digit figure. The same holds true for Andhra Pradesh, where they have a tie up with Chandrababu Naidu, and there seems to be a high amount of anti-incumbency with the current YSRCP government. So even there they might get some gains, but I don't think it's going to be substantial enough to change a lot of things. So slight less number of seats in the first set, and that they should be able to compensate in the second set.
Okay.
So you mean to say this 100-100 will cancel out each other?
More or less.
More or less. So
It won't be a difference of more than 10 seats. It might be less, 10 seats less or 10 seats more, but
So
not substantial.
you're basically what you're saying is it's around the 300 mark. That's what you're saying.
No, in this 200 seats, he is saying they'll retain about
They had got 100.
96. In this 200, they got 100.
So they should
retain that 100 of this
100
200.
plus minus 5%, 10%, whatever.
So basically the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in this group of 100 seats.
So in the next
200 seats.
in the next 3-4 phases is what is this?
Not phases, states.
States. So this is the state.
the state wise. Okay.
So it doesn't matter, those
So that
states are
means you
not.
have kept the south out of it.
No, this is
South
south
is
and
the
the
second
north.
set.
First set is the north Hindi belt, and
Yeah.
the second set is the south.
So
southern
which is
belt.
left now?
The western
western and
Which is west? Gujarat.
Yeah, Gujarat.
No, not
Maharashtra.
Gujarat. Gujarat is included. So what is left is West Bengal. So I think in West Bengal they should be able to better their tally by a couple of seats. Even in Orissa, I think their numbers might increase a little.
Northeast they may get one more.
Yeah,
Northeast.
then Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, which has the maximum seats, is
Uttar
what is
Pradesh they will
left.
get 5 at least more, at least 5 on lower side.
Very doubtful, but anyway.
Yeah. Now you were discussing Maharashtra before. See, in Maharashtra, BJP has got 23 already,
Yes. Plus 18 of
plus 18 of Shiva Sena. But Shiva Sena is already, it's not a part of an NDA now. Shiva Sena is
That's
not.
what that division is.
So
what we're
therefore,
talking about.
see,
So
but
those
what
votes will
is
shift.
forget
Yeah,
Shiva-
one part of Shiv Sena is part of
Actually,
it.
That-
actually the
that's
election
the problem.
commission has decided. Actually, the election commission has decided which is the Shiv Sena
Correct.
and which is the NCP.
Which is
Shinde
NCP.
is the original.
Yes.
Now it is for the people to decide who is the actual Shiv Sena and who is the actual NCP.
So correct, let us assume those, if see BJP चे जे 23 असा पळय ते very unlikely, maybe one you may lose. I don't see that BJP may lose after 23. They will remain, they may lose one, but they may lose elsewhere.
No,
They may-
no, the point is not of BJP. The point is the original Shiv Sena has been given, the symbol has been given to Shinde Shiv Sena.
Shinde.
Correct. And the other one is UPT, whatever, Uddhav Thackeray. So here the discussion is not about BJP. BJP has remained. Where BJP has gone? It's not gone. Whether that Shiv Sena will remain with 18 seats. So what's going to happen to those 18 seats?
Correct.
This is the discussion.
That's what, but आम्ही हे BJP चे 303 or 325 count करता पळय तातून ते शिवसेना they are in addition. See BJP, see 303.
He said 24. BJP 24.
So
India Alliance NDA.
Yeah.
करेक्ट. सो देअरफॉर बट तातूंतले 23 बीजेपीचे ऑलरेडी आसा. आता उरल्या 18 पळय तातूंतले डिस्ट्रीब्युशन इज व्हॉट ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट. How else are you saying? See, he is considering one or two extra for BJP. See, BJP is 20. How otherwise 24?
When it comes
How
to
otherwise 24?
It can be.
How?
It can be two coming from Shinde.
So
two not
therefore,
coming from NCP.
therefore we are
and BJP remaining
so
at 20.
therefore we are talking about redistribution of other seats, not of BJP or what is held by BJP.
Possibly.
That does not reduce the stature of overall count of BJP.
Correct.
See, BJP in 2019 was 303. It can only do better. All these things what we have discussed, not one seat they are taking away from BJP, or if they are taking one, they are giving two somewhere else. So
That's
the count
what
of BJP can't be less than 303. It has to be more.
Okay, West.
See, एक
What-
नाही,
okay.
politically speaking, आता for example Maharashtra, actually you can draw some similarities with Tamil Nadu. For example, AIDMK was always a one leader party. In stark contrast, DMK, even though they had a top leader, it was basically regional satraps. Today, NCP is in a similar situation where most of the satraps has moved out. आता जसे ताणी म्हणले, even in Goa, when Mr. Rane switched over to the BJP, basically the entire head of the Congress has gone away. So, and similar thing will happen to a large part of Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena also. And so that is why I say ki of those 18 seats, I will not be surprised if we
Lot of
will
it.
get
What we are
more than
saying
10.
is that is to be tested.
Yes, that is true. Because it is going to
Everything
happen.
that we are saying has to be tested. Whether I say it, you say it, or he says it.
Of course. No, actually, see now, my issue is this. Actually, it's just a numbers game. Basically, it's more of the numbers game is that the West, which is left, no. That's where if there are, see, I have an issue with the figures, the BJP figures in Bihar, in UP, Maharashtra,
Karnataka.
and Karnataka. These 4 states I have issues. Other states, basically, I think
Yes,
it's at 3 year,
Yeah.
whatever. Now, this is where more it's an intellectual exercise. Viraj, see, I have an issue with UP, Bihar, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. This is
UP, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka.
Yes, this time I say that Akhilesh Yadav is going to do much better this time. You're free to disagree, any of you all, but I'm just this is my say.
It could be because see last time he had a formidable alliance with Mayawati. But
he helped Mayawati.
Yes,
but
correct.
I think
Because Mayawati vote did not shift to him.
Yeah. He just helped Mayawati.
He just helped her.
Yeah.
So as far as UP is concerned,
UP, Bihar, Maharashtra, and Karnataka.
correct.
No, and West Bengal.
See, I don't know. Maybe I'm not getting. Maybe you guys are not getting this wrong. We are not talking about that. Sorry, BK, but I'm not saying that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is not going to become the
Yes,
Prime Minister.
correct.
No,
We're not talking about
I
that.
know. We're talking about
Basically,
seat
the
tally.
figures.
Seat
I'm
tally.
very thing about the figures.
Karan, even in UP, see, we have had a situation where Congress, SP, BSP, everybody was in an alliance and they fought.
Congress is,
No,
But today there is no
SP and-
alliance at all. Today there
See,
is no alliance.
BJP's fear
Congress and SP.
has, see, basically they have got all traditional rivals together. Uddhav Thackeray had to align with Congress. Even in Bihar, today JDU may be with us, but JDU and Lalu Prasad, who were the biggest rivals, they had to partner at one point of time. Be it Samajwadi and Mayawati, who would have thought in Kashmir the same thing is happening? The Abdullahs and the Mehbooba Mufti came together. So I think even when they have fought together, the results have shown that BJP can still retain because BJP has grown. See, there was a time when BJP used to play second fiddle to JDU or Shiv Sena in Maharashtra. But those days are gone. Our organization has grown. And as I said,
absolutely.
the discipline of the cadre has to be given. I mean, irrespective of what
yeah,
people say.
let us just go to our North Goa reporter, Nitiksha. Nitiksha? सांग नितीक्षा.
तर सध्या म्हापसा जे वोटिंग आसा खूप बऱ्या पद्धतीन म्हणजे सध्या हळुवार चालू आसा. टोटल 59 सो 60% मतदान ऑलमोस्ट म्हापसान सध्या जाल्ले आसा.
आणि कितें इन्सिडंट बी सगळें स्मूथ जाला. इन्सिडंट बिन्सिडंट कितें जालें कित्याक हे सायडीन थोडे ते पणजे ते इंकाचे प्रॉब्लेम जाल्ले नाल्यार ते व्हीव्हीपॅटाचे कितें.
ना सर, म्हापसा एरियेन ऑल जे बाजूचे म्हणटा आल्दोना ऑर थिवी ह्या सध्या एरियेन सर सध्या अशें इन्सिडंट काय जावंक ना. मतदान सध्या सर सुरळीतपणान चालू आसा. लोक मातशे कमी भायर सरल्या सकाळच्यान दनपार मेरेन. सो एक्सपेक्टेड आसा की 60%कून अधिक मतदान जातले तो मेरेन.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Nitiksha. Yeah. Now this is Mapsa. Yeah. So we were talking about Karnataka.
So
and,
your set of states that you are interested
Yes.
in. So Uttar
this
Pradesh.
is the numbers, no, Giriraj and Dotor, both the Dotor. These are the numbers that are going to decide whether BJP is going to get 250, 270 or 370, according to me.
So let's look at this state. So there is Uttar Pradesh with 80 seats, Maharashtra with 48, Bihar with 40 and Karnataka with 28 seats.
Correct.
So out of it totals out to 196. So out of this 196, BJP had won 127 seats. And in addition to that, their allies, basically the Shiv Sena, undivided Shiv Sena had won 18 in Maharashtra and Janata Dal United of Nitish Kumar had won 16. So that comes to 34. So NDA on its own had won 161 out of 196 and BJP had won 127 out of 196. So this is the third set. We have looked at the first two sets where we feel that the seat loss in one set and gain in the other might cancel out. So this will be a very interesting set to look at. Now UP, what has happened is last time there was alliance between Congress, BSP and SP. Now this time around BSP is out of the alliance. The India Alliance is between Congress and the Samajwadi Party. Maharashtra also has an alliance. India Alliance also has partners in the form of Uddhav Thackeray's faction of Shiv Sena and Sharad Pawar's faction of NCP. Bihar has the left parties as well as RJD with Congress. And Karnataka, they have their local Congress as a local government there, which has recently been formed with an overwhelming majority. So these are the numbers which could decide the outcome, like Glenn said.
These are the numbers that could decide the numbers. Basically, that is my problem. Now, BK, you are in Goa, no doubt. But outside Goa, what are the reports that are coming in from your party? तुमकां कितें मेळ्ळें?
आता महाराष्ट्रान तुमी पळोवंक गेल्यार शिवसेना ज्या जाग्यार लास्टाक आमच्या वांगडा नासली आज शिवसेना आसा आनी तेणी 18 सीट्स जिखलेली. आता नंबर्स घेवन पळोवंक गेल्यार ती शिवसेनाक चड मेळटले काय ह्या शिवसेनाक जे रुलींग पार्टी आहा. दुसरें म्हटलें की जस्ट गिरिराजा कडेन येता कॅडर आमच्या ऑर्गनायझेशन फूल वाडला म्हणून. आता फूल वाडला जाल्यार आमी पळयता आंध्र प्रदेशाक तेंच्यांनी कोणाक घेतला तो. ओके, महाराष्ट्रान जेन्ना ती जिखता म्हण फाटल्या एका म्हणटा 22 सीट काडले तेंच्यांनी, तरी आसतना तेंच्यांनी डिफेक्टरांक घेतले. ऑर्गनायझेशन वाडला जाल्यार तुमचे डिफेक्टर तुमकां कित्याक जाय?
How you know the कशें वाडला ते? People have joined, people have left. That is politics.
सेकंड थिंग कितें जेंका नो अलायन्साचे आमी जेन्ना उलयता पळय न्ही म्हटलें कितें सगळे अलायन्स येता तुमची पार्टी तेन्ना अलायन्स करून वयर सरली न्हू.
Correct. That's my point.
गोंयांतसूनय
I want
तुमची
to get
पार्टी
back
जेन्ना
to-
4सून 7 7सून फुडें गेले अलायन्सून फुडें गेले
Running out of time, but I
तुम्ही
want
म्हणू
to
शकना की
before we
बाबा
finish.
आयज एका घेतलो तेका
आम्ही
घेतलो
अलायन्स करून वर सरले
One second.
ते रूल करून मागीर अलायन्साकडे सकल देवले.
दॅट इज द
इतलोच फरक.
पॉलिटिक्स दॅट इज द पॉलिटिक्स बट तुम्ही म्हणू शकना आयज एका येले तेका घेतलो ऑल आर पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज यू कॅनॉट
Yeah.
से
But what you feel? What I तुमचे
ग्लेन
किती-
तुम्ही
बाप्पा,
नंबर
ऐकून
दिला
जा.
पळय, त्या नंबराचेर-
जेन्ना
त्या
उद्धव
नंबराचेर.
ठाकरेचे फॅक्शन had fought with BJP, they won the election in 2019
Oh.
and then they switched to the Congress. Is that not defection?
Okay.
Because the mandate was for BJP Shivsena combined.
Okay.
So कशा असा we cannot look at data. See कशा ते म्हणता नाही की you abuse statistics enough and it will confess म्हणून. See let us not do that with facts.
No, but we want to know. It's more. We want to know whether who is going to be the Shiv Sena in ascendancy. That is important. I just want to. तुमचे आता महाराष्ट्र आमचे नेबर कर्नाटक तुमका रिपोर्ट्स एज अ काँग्रेस पार्टी किती आयले?
कर्नाटकान आमचं सरकार आसा
येस
सरकार आसा गेल्या एका सरकार असताना कितले मेळ्या
काय मेळना?
हा नो त्यांचं सरकार आसलो न्हू गेल्या
ना इट वॉज अ काँग्रेस सरकार.
JDS government backed by the Congress.
बॅक बाय JDS बॅक बाय कमी सीट
आता
मेळ्ळा.
आमचं फुल आसा
आता फुल असा. सो यू थिंक दॅट विल इम्प्रूव्ह? ओके. आणि महाराष्ट्र
महाराष्ट्र विल इम्प्रूव्ह
Shivsena will
Yeah,
make
yeah.
See, my point, Giri, is that see, the last time the BJP fought with Shivsena has got a cadre which can shift its vote share.
नो केडर आणि तो एक सिम्बॉल आसलो न्हू
Yeah,
तो
it can
divide
shift
केलो
its
म्हणून
vote share
लोकांचे threat
to
आहा.
help X, Y, Z. So this time, will it help, or that sort of that will create a confusion?
Shivsena you're
and
talking
be
about.
able to like see last time SP shifted all its votes to BSP. Okay, but BSP did not shift
But
to
you are
SP.
basically talking about Shivsena.
But it also depends upon how much, say, Sharad Pawar retains, how much of it he retains for NCP, his NCP, and how much Uddhav Thackeray retains for himself. Whether
That's what, yes.
Now
About Uddhav Thackeray, I want to say.
that is actually put in test, and at least if we look at the ground reports, it appears that there is a feeling that
Perception.
that Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar both are on the ascendancy as against the other section.
Okay, this is according to our reports. According to our reports from Maharashtra, is that in fact Sharad Pawar is supposed to have revitalized himself.
Yes.
This is the reports we are getting. I am not saying they are right or wrong. We will come to know.
It may not
As
finally
well, it
happen.
may not happen.
See,
and Uddhav Thackeray also, Shinde's Shiv Sena is not as strong as Uddhav Thackeray. This is the reports we are getting. So I want to know if you are.
I will tell you. I will tell you first of all.
and then
I will
after
tell you
that,
first of
yeah.
all.
These are the reports. I don't
See-
know whether it's right or wrong. We'll see.
आता
Time will tell.
हातीवर काय दुमत असपाक शकना की शिवसेना डिवायडेड इंटू टू वन फ्रॅक्शन इज विथ BJP.
No, Shiv Sena originally is with BJP according to EC.
Yes.
According to EC.
EC is with
But
BJP.
Bala Saheb's son is
as far as बाळासाहेब ठाकरे सन असा इज कन्सर्न
Son.
तो लोकांक वचून सांगतलो कितें did he live by the expectation of Balasaheb Thackeray? Would Balasaheb
that's it,
Thackeray,
that
because
is-
that's what we took. See, finally, what is
do you
Shivasena?
feel? What do you feel?
I don't feel when a voter goes to vote,
Ah.
he will see that there is a betrayal of his father by his own
Yeah,
son.
so what do you feel?
ज्या स्टेजी वयल्यान सावरकराक लोकांनी गाळी मारल्या त्यो स्टेजी हांणी
No, leave the prachara.
people are going to
leave
vote
the
for
prachara.
that
Leave
people.
the, what I'm saying is,
So
do you feel that the Shiv
See,
Sena
Shivasena's voter is
will
going
go to Shinde, you
will
feel?
go to Shinde.
Okay.
And that coupled with even wherever Shinde is fielding the candidate, BJP also has its vote share.
Correct.
So winnability, we are talking about seats now.
Yes.
Winnability is more as far as Shinde fraction is concerned. Winnability is more as far as Ajit
Correct.
this is concerned. And winnability is marginally other. He says 20 or 24. I feel it will be 36 and maybe 12.
Yeah, Kiran.
36
आता
and 12.
one aspect I agree की शिवसेना has a very emotional ideological cadre. But at
Like the
same
BJP,
time-
in many,
but-
very close.
But you also look at the kind of compromises Uddhav Thackeray has done.
That's the
म्हणजे आता
problem.
पयर काँग्रेसच्या एका म्हणजे लिडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशनान कमेंट केलो ki Kasab may have been innocent and that Karkare was actually shot by some police. See, when this kind of comments are getting made, he doesn't speak.
You think that will give advantage to?
No, I'm coming to that. Palghar sadhus were lynched by public. Uddhav Thackeray said nothing. आणि असे काउंटलेस विषय असा. सी द पीपल जसे ताणी ॲडव्होकेट सामंतान म्हणले की ऑन आयडियोलॉजिकल इश्यूज न्हय शिवसैनिक्स आर व्हेरी इमोशनल अँड दॅट इज वाय आय बिलीव्ह सी अगेन अँड प्लस देर इज अ मोदी फॅक्टर टू इट प्लस देर इज अ हिंदुत्व फॅक्टर टू इट प्लस देर इज अ राम मंदिर फॅक्टर टू इट सी शेवटाक शिवसेनेचे आज जो अपीसमेंट चालला तो सी दॅट मे नॉट गो विथ द कार्डन नाव all the issues which you are talking about will be relevant when the state assembly happens.
Okay.
Because that is where all local issues come into picture. Okay. See, that is what I am saying. People vote very differently. See, in Maharashtra also, people have voted us out in local A, but in parliament they have given us here. So I think as far as this issue is concerned, the ideological card. आता एक सांगा मला, if NCP was so strong, the Sharad Pawar faction of it, why are they so worried about Baramati? Today Baramati has
hair
come
versus
to
hair versus hair.
but
That is because finally when you are in election,
No,
you
this
have
is
to
the
fight.
answer I wanted.
You have to fight.
No, this is the answer I
Like
wanted.
how you all are fighting every election. He is fighting every election.
that is exactly I am not. See, I am not saying anybody should not fight, but all I am trying to say is today. See, if you want the ground reports, they say Baramati right now is tilting in Ajit Pawar's favor.
So it was. Now
And
it's closed
See,
up.
even if it is 50-50, that itself shows
Initially
the
it was
Sharad
Ajit
Pawar
Pawar.
cloud is going down.
No, initially it was Ajit Pawar.
No, but even if you say it is a touch and go, then that shows
See,
that
Glenn.
Sharad Pawar's influence is there. No,
See,
not
Glenn,
Fair enough.
and the
Baramati,
kind
Fair
of
enough.
dirty politics that Sharad Pawar subsequently resorts to. See, with Fadnavis he could do that caste politics. With Modi he cannot.
Yeah, because it's a different election.
No, see, if you-
But see, this is the question I was asking for. He's very clear on the reasons
See,
and
आज-
why
असं नाही, आणि
you
आज-
agree with these reasons.
कारण किती
or
असा,
you agree
आज
with-
every time Congress rakes up caste issues. See, today India's tallest prime minister, the one who is popular on the global stage, comes from the OBC Samaj, and I think that people are so kasha when Modi comes into picture, there is nothing they can see. They cannot talk about corruption.
Yeah.
They cannot talk about caste. Today, India's president comes from the ST community. Before that, came from the SC community. तर म्हाका दिसता when it comes to Modi, he ticks all the boxes, and that is why even Maharashtra, even Karnataka will vote differently. State governments, local issues will kasha sir, they are desperate to make it about local issues because they don't have a central leader.
Okay. See, okay. Now see, this
Yeah,
is what
so-
the answer was. He's giving the reasons why he feels that the thing will this. We are going to take a break in 10 minutes. So I just want you to. Not actually less than that. 5-6 minutes.
Yeah,
You want
so
to take a break.
Maharashtra, so let's look at what happened in Maharashtra. So Uddhav Thackeray's government was in place. Then Shinde defected with more than 2/3 MLAs and he went with the BJP and became the chief minister. Now, after a few months or a year, if BJP plus the Shinde faction was strong enough, they wouldn't have got Ajit Pawar. So the very reason why Ajit Pawar joined the alliance itself states that they were on a
Not 100% sure.
Yeah, not 100% sure, and I would say on a back foot. Now, how does this affect the Lok Sabha election? So, how they have given their figures. So, Dr. said 24-24 and Samant 36-12. So, I would say it will be something like 28-20 in favor of the NDA, a middle path. And this figure I am giving purely based upon BJP and Narendra Modi's charisma and his image, and people are going to vote for him. If you ask me about local elections which are coming up, I think it's going to be a sweep for the opposition if they remain intact. Like a similar situation that happened in Karnataka for local, but national Lok Sabha elections, I think NDA will get slightly more seats.
National Lok Sabha elections, which something that many people, especially in the opposition, don't take into consideration is that the Modi factor they don't take into consideration.
Yeah. So if
that
the
Modi factor 10%, 10-15% आराम से
Where for
Lok Sabha.
Yeah, correct. That is how the election is driven.
Yeah,
no?
but that is not many times the opposition, especially in like.
No, in fact, I don't think there is any doubt on that, because the elections and the entire propaganda is centering around Modi.
Yeah,
There is a question
Without-
of even saying that.
Yeah, without-
he is charismatic. He is a great speaker, and it wears around him. I don't think there is need to say that.
Okay, fair enough.
Without the Modi factor, I would have even given lower figures than what Dr. Cleophas gave, purely based upon the performance of the regional
Yeah,
state
suppose if
government.
it was a Lok Sabha, if it was an assembly election, you
Yeah.
would probably go to the
So
way
the
Karnataka went.
So correct. That is where 24-24.
Yeah.
He says it's 28-20 is okay.
This sounds, I don't know, but I still say this is a much more interesting. Though of course we are not. I don't. Anyway, I shouldn't be saying it because June 4th is coming up. But
No, it's about a month away.
yeah, it's like a long time. Another few seconds. But yeah, I don't see that the Prime Minister. Sorry.
4 phases.
Four
to-
phases. Yeah, I don't think the Prime Minister. But what here, I think the bone of contention would be how much South Goa, basically South India. Sorry,
Yeah.
not South. South India actually.
South
whether
India, South. It starts from South Goa only.
yeah, no, but I think we are West. I don't think we are South. So South India, how whether the local regional parties manage to retain or a national party manages to make inroads there, and how much of North India the Congress manages, because as of now the Congress, I think almost in 90% of the 1-to-1 fights it has lost 80 to 90%. So this time let's see how it
And
goes.
another small point which might be important as far as Maharashtra is concerned is the symbols, the Shiv Sena symbol and the NCP symbols. They are with the ruling faction.
Correct.
So how much of an impact that will have, because the
Yes,
other
yes.
faction has to reach out to all the people for
And to
them to enable to
popularize it,
vote them.
popularize it, yeah.
So them,
That's an
and not
issue.
No, but
analysts are.
if people can vote separately for Lok Sabha and Assembly at the same time, I don't think it is a issue.
Yeah.
Like in Giraj pointed out, it happened in Orissa last time. So it should not be an issue.
See, I don't think our Indian voter is so, you don't sell him so short.
Not at all. Not at all. Correct.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we have like reached the end of this. We just want to go in for a small break wherein Giriraj will be leaving us and I don't know, certain of our panelists will be leaving us. But we will be coming back to you after a short break and we will finish off at 6 o'clock. Keep watching Goa 365.